Let's go.
Welcome, welcome to the FSL.
Yep, indeed. So we are going into our winners matchups. The two teams that won the last 2 weekends are going to be taking each other on. It happens to be SpecialTactics versus PSIOPGaming.
Yep, and the winner of this weekend gets to go straight to the grand finals.
Well, that's a prize to be desired, no doubt.
Dang, they get to skip straight through all the way to the grand finals.
Yeah, it's a lot less work that way.
Dang, I did not realize that. Like, oh man, you know what? There's the handy flow chart, and I have to refer to it like every other day because I'm like, wait, what's the lineup again? Who's playing what? What the heck? All right, cool, we're good.
Yep. And the team that does not win this match will, I believe, be taking on the winner of next weekend's match.
The winner of the lower bracket match.
The decider, yeah. There you go.
So there is a chance for the losing team here to end up in the grand finals and still win it all. But yeah, a lot less work if you just win this weekend.
Yeah. Make it easy on yourself. Just win. You know, just play like Maru. Just be like Cyril. You're good. Go.
Yeah.
But don't be like Maru against Cyril.
Yeah, just make the good units. Hey, actually, Maru won.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. Yeah, it's been a few days. Yeah. Yeah. In case you live in a cave for the last 3 days, Maru did take a best of 7 out off of Cyril in the grand finale for like a 10K payout. So that's nice.
As long as your cave has Wi-Fi, you're good.
Yeah. Looks like his wrist injury finally healed up. He was able to start winning games again.
All right, so let's look at what we're doing today. This is going to be two teams. They're going to be playing similarly leveled players against each other. So we want to keep the matches nice and even. There's going to be a total of, I believe, just 4 matches, right?
I believe 5. We have 4 1v1 sets and a 5th 2v2 set.
That's right, 5 in total.
Yeah.
Okay, I see which one I was missing. Anyway, so yeah, each matchup is 2 maps, and then the points go towards their team.
And yeah, one of those names looks familiar. HyperTurtle. I believe you're actually up first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to get things out of the way.
So, Hyper, I'm sure you're not promising us you're going to cast and play at the same time? Because I know you're multi-talented. No?
Yeah, I'm multi-talented, but you know, I don't juggle while I'm kickboxing. It doesn't work the same way. But
doesn't work the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, I will be back on casting as soon as I'm done taking care of business. And this is going to be against RevenantRage. Should we bring him in?
Yeah,
let's go.
Let's pull him in.
Hey there, RR.
Hi.
Welcome. So we got a battle of the former team captains. Both of you guys were team captains at one point. Both still co-captains. Yeah. How are you guys feeling going into this?
I'm nervous.
A little nervous?
Nervous haven't struck me just yet. They will as the countdown goes, and that's where I just have to make sure not to misclick anything until the jitters go away for a little bit. But yeah,
when you check you've selected the right race for the 10th time in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think all races are the right race, but I'm sticking with Zerg since that's going to be that. If you haven't noticed, Special Tactics is very Zerg heavy, and I don't want to be the odd one out like Scion is.
Makes sense. Have you guys been doing a lot of preparation for this match?
Not this match specifically, but I've been continuing to grind ladder. Finally got my achievement for 750 random 1v1 wins, so I'm rocking the Banshee portrait now. But definitely been narrowing down to practicing a Zerg over the last week.
Love it. Love the focus practice.
Hyper, have you gotten your 750 win Zerg with the Ultralisk?
No, I have not, but I am getting there. Currently, let's see. I keep track on a spreadsheet. I'm at 607 Zerg solo wins now.
I'm so proud of my Ultralisk. I'm so proud. I love that.
I believe
portrait.
it. Yeah. Everyone wants an Ultralisk, man.
Heck yeah.
All right, let's talk
They're
about
the real life
teams.
elephants,
I'm gonna show it on
or the fake
stream.
sci-fi elephants.
Not bad, but it still only counts as one.
Yeah. Let's talk about the streams and let me show the teams. Let me see what you guys think about them. Right?
Let's do it.
Creating the lobby in the meantime.
Yep. So this is Special Tactics. You can see all the players that are currently on this team. Only a few of them available for today. We have some solid participation.
Oh yeah.
Special Tactics was rebranded from
Infinite Cyclists.
Infinite Cyclists, yes. Now, Special Tactics is obviously a reference to White's famous line from that one.
Oh, yes. And yeah, Infinite Cyclists was just a pun on the Infinite Cycle in the storyline. So, we're moving on to stuff that are maybe a little bit more mainstream for the competitive players. I don't mark anything off of that. Yep.
And the second team, my team actually, PSIOPGaming. We're here representing, and we're hoping to take the win this day.
Yeah. So this is the battle of the rebranded teams. It just goes to show, I think, if you rebranded your team, you're going to win. Is that? Yeah. Can that be a rule?
Change is good. Change is
good. There you go.
What happens if both teams rebranded and switched who the main captain was? Yeah. It's the old. Well, what if the other guy is giving 110% too?
Then it cancels it out. I've been watching a lot of curling, so I know that those two things cancel each other. Yeah.
Well, you got any more questions for the players' nachos? Maybe some questions related to our show match events.
As a former captain, I could talk former captain talk all the live long day, but I'd rather watch some StarCraft II action. So
yeah, all right, let's get into it.
Let's do it. Good luck, y'all. I'm rooting for both of y'all because you both are my favorite. Seriously. This goes back, NukLeo, this goes back like a couple, we started the team thing back in Season 8, and so Hyper, Revenant, myself, the OG captain, so this is really, really cool to be a part of this. It's a little bit verklempt right now, so a little.
Yeah. I agree. It's I think it's been a while since we've seen these two play each other now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And fun fact, I have never taken a game off neither captain, so I got to work on that.
You are watching.
Well, I think you've gotten a whole lot better since then, so maybe those stats are a little outdated.
Maybe. All right, you lead us.
All right, cool. In the bottom left, we have the red Zerg player. His name is
HyperTurtle.
And he's playing for the team of
Special Tactics.
And in the upper right, left-hand corner, in the baby blue Protoss, we have none other than
RevenantRage.
and he is playing for
PSIOPGaming.
At first, when he's Protoss, and I see him adjusting his camera, but at first I thought he was trying to do a proxy. But no, he's just setting his camera for his force. So, everybody calm down. There's no proxy here. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be a cheeky way to start game number 1.
I'm telling you, what I've been convinced is even in the best of 2, with the best of 2, I wonder if it's the advantageous. If you have a cheese and if you've been practicing, why not start off with the cheese? Why not start off with the cheese? I don't know. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. Am I brave enough to do it? Maybe not. But I think you would be in the driver's seat for sure.
There's some players that I think just they thrive on cheese, like certain players. Like that's just their their modus operandus, like that's how they play best, and it is aggravating, but it is part of StarCraft. So
oh yeah, it is part of StarCraft.
I know myself, I'm definitely more on the receiving end of cheeses. I'm not a very cheesy player myself normally, but I like to be able to when I hold a cheese, it feels amazing.
It feels amazing, and that's what you're really practicing. I will tell you, we'll talk a former captain talk here. I'm the previous former captain of Cheesy Nachos. I think it's a fun fact. I don't think we ever cheesed in the entire time we were a team. Maybe one cheese. I've never cheesed.
Well, you maybe you haven't, but I do remember a series, Nate versus Not Slothing Around, where it was all cheese. And it worked a couple times. 2 out of 3 of the games.
I love it. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, this seems pretty straightforward, pretty standard. The OV's getting his scout in. He's like checking, I would assume Hyper's checking and was like, okay, has the cybernetics core started rotating? What is going to start going out? Obviously, we see, what is those dumb? I hate those units that RevenantRage is putting out right now.
Oh, Adept?
Adepts. I hate Adepts, and I keep forgetting what they call. Because I don't face them a lot. I'm in like Gold 1, Platinum 3. I don't see a lot of them because they're really hard to micro at our level. But somebody who knows how to use them, yeah, that's how you win versus me. You'll beat me if you just play Adepts, Mass Adepts.
Yeah, they're definitely more of an early game unit, but there's some very solid timing attacks that utilize Mass Adepts to shade between bases and kill a lot of the Zerg economy. Really, that's it looks like he's actually moving out with set Adepts right now, so I think he'll be looking to get some Zergling kills, maybe like a few drones. Could be a good way to start off a lead. Behind this, he is teching into Stargate. So the Stargate will be able to secure him a lot of map control, map evasion, take an earlier third if he so chooses. All around a very strong opener.
Absolutely.
Looks like the Adepts are in the base, but they get intercepted by the Queens. One Adept is attacking the worker. Okay, so he gets 1 worker for his troubles there. I can't say that was worth it, because he did lose 2 Adepts for that. Maybe if he came in at a slightly different angle, it would have been a little bit more in his favor. But
yeah, he was
not game-ending damage by any.
Yeah, but that Oracle's about to pop in a few seconds. Anybody here on the stream and they're paying attention, I just found this out a month ago. You can follow the shade. Just take your little Zergling to follow the shades. Oh my gosh, that's a game changer for me. Such a game changer.
You usually have to do more than that if there's 8 or 10 Adepts in your base.
But a couple, a couple would kill my mineral line until I learned how to follow shades. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is stupid. And I accidentally figured it out. Yeah. Now we have this awesome Oracle coming in. He's fully charged up. Well, kind of charged up. He's getting there. He's more than 50%.
Yeah, it looks like HyperTurtle is kind of prepared with a few Spore Crawlers already. Oracle just takes a little bit of damage and kind of floats away a little bit. The Queens might actually be able to snipe it. No, it gets away.
Close
Gets
call.
the safety of the dead space, but that's a lot of hull damage, and most of the Oracle's health is hull, not shield, so it's going to be very dicey to control this Oracle for the rest of the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Now there's a wide open third base. I'm not sure if RevenantRage recognizes that there's an opportunity there. Looks like he doesn't, and just flies back home.
Yeah. Licks his wounds,
But
go
in
on
the meanwhile, he is securing his own third base, though. This Oracle could literally just sit at the third and park it there. Like, if any Zerglings want to challenge that, they're just not going to have a very good time.
Oh, speaking of not having a good time, he's marching in.
Yeah, with
Cautious.
a smattering of Zerglings and Roaches and Ravager, you know?
Yeah.
Ravager singular.
I'm fascinated by the one Ravager. I know a couple players who are just like, yeah, I'm just going to do one Ravager. I'm like, I can't do anything with one Ravager.
All right,
Look at this!
He tries to bile, but RevenantRage does dodge it. He turns on the Pulsar Beam, starts to
Do we get a
lasering
cancel?
away some of those
Do we get
Zerglings.
cancel?
Yep,
Yeah.
very good cancel from RevenantRage, and solid delay by HyperTurtle here. But yeah, he could just throw down that Nexus again. Very minimal losses, and those Zealots might actually be able to clean up some of these Roaches on the retreat, because those are slow Roaches, no upgrades on those.
Yeah. And if we follow A, and they're running, Hyper's running away, but I think if he he was paying attention to the fight, but if he kind of micro a little bit, he probably got some free kills from that.
Yeah, look, a little bit of stutter step. Yeah, he could have sniped some Zealots on the retreat.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of Zealots got donated on the other side of the map. It's okay, those units are like relatively expendable, but before you have like a ton of units, like ideal to keep most of your units alive.
I'm expecting. I'm looking at the worker count for both sides. It is tied, and if you're, the old adage of Zerg, if you're tied in worker count versus another race, you're down. And so I'm real scared of what RevenantRage is going to bring out. He's already got 3 Archons out. Wow.
Yeah. Investing in more production, getting his forges up as well. I know upgrades have been made for no attack or armor upgrades for HyperTurtle. And yeah, just more infrastructure going down for RevenantRage as well. 4 gateways are in production on top of what he already has. It looks like the choice is going to be Charge Law and Mortal Archon. A solid choice versus what HyperTurtle's going for.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yep, looks like RevenantRage also starts up his probing again. Get that economy going. So does HyperTurtle. He gets a few more drones, but he's also making buildings as a Zerg player, which kills him off, obviously.
Right. Yeah, you got to be a help way ahead. The as a Zerg, it's like spending a little bit more drones if you're droning up, because you're going to spend them on buildings. So it's almost like you're over droning, but you're never over droning.
It's true.
Rare. Yeah.
Oh, interesting choice from RevenantRage. He's going for the shield upgrade as his second upgrade instead of armor. I guess he's prioritizing the health of his Archons here.
Archons, yeah.
You see this too. Leans into that, then I guess that this could pay off for him.
Yeah, you see the 2 shield batteries. He's camping out on his 3rd. He's joining up his 4th. Yeah, I think he's trying to really protect his Archons. Yeah.
So at the moment, I think that RevenantRage setup is just a lot stronger at the moment. He doesn't have he's building up his army, but on paper his army should be able to win in numbers that they have versus HyperTurtle. But there is a lurker den on the way for HyperTurtle, and that changes the equation. That changes the math a lot.
A lot,
especially at this league.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta love it. Every time I go against RevenantRage, everybody I go say I'll go 0-2 versus Rage, and everybody's like, "Why do you go lurkers?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not that good." I know about lurkers. I play lurkers. Yeah,
to be fair, to get a really scary amount of lurkers, it kind of feels like you have to be on 5 base, which is kind of difficult, I think, as Zerg on this map. So it looks like there's a run by going on at his 4th base. A bunch of Zealots wreaking havoc right now. They are getting on top of the few units that are there and causing a lot of lost mining time. Great pull away by HyperTurtle, though. Now these Zealots are kind of assembling a wall for themselves against these Lings, trading very efficiently.
Yep.
But the rest of the army does arrive. They should be able to clean this up, and not without a lot of economic damage. Even getting on top of some units here, yeah, they get a Ravager. That's a nice pick-off. Those Ravagers are kind of expensive.
So expensive.
Yeah. But at this point, if you only have 1 Ravager, it's probably not even worth microing it in your army.
Yeah. Those lurkers, oh man, you're talking about a smattering? You need more than a handful. I think these lurkers are going to do some damage.
Yeah. So on the production tab, there's also a Nidus worm. We'll see if that gets used in play later. Yep.
Drop.
Yep. HyperTurtle sieges outside of the base. It looks like he doesn't quite have the lurker range upgrade yet. So these are slow range lurkers. But RevenantRage choke is working against him here. I feel like this is the wrong angle to engage us from. He should come from the other side of the ramp.
Yep.
Even so, he's still smashing through this.
He cleaned that up with ease. That was a huge loss there. That was a huge setback. And with those his roaches being real slow, not being able to absorb that damage, that was just like clean up on all 4.
Yeah, and he also got vision of Turtle's army there. He knows what he's going for. So theoretically, like that should be the cue to add like a lot more units. Really, both the Colossi and the Immortals are very strong versus this type of composition.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna feel. I think RevenantRage is gonna feel really good. He's like, oh, I see what I'm going up against. He's gotta feel real confident.
He's also being a little relentless with these run-bys. It looks like there's another Zealot run-by heading towards the south. A Changeling is moving into the natural. I know what that's for.
Yeah, well, let's see what RevenantRage's response. Hyper, if you don't move your army, you're going to be in a good shape. Don't move your army. Stay right there. There he goes.
Yep. So these Zealots kind of just meet the main army. Less than ideal. Yeah.
And do we have a swarm host? How many swarm hosts are we looking at? Just one? Just one.
Yeah, it's the accidental swarm host, you know, the main character of the army.
Listen, I put my swarm host, my hotkey is L. It's L. Oh, here we go.
Nidus Canal in the main. Do you think, I'm not sure if RevenantRage has noticed it, but all the lurkers are going in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he hasn't noticed yet. All the warpins are away from this and the army isn't in position.
And the lings come out first, and they come out one at a time. That's the only downside of the Nidus. But once you clear out the lings, then all the big boys and girls come out. Yeah, it's really a lot of fun.
It looks like there was a all-army hotkey select. The run-by that was on the north side comes back, and the main army is heading back into the main. The question is, does he have the angle to approach this army? It looks like the lurkers are just now getting out. So yeah, like you said, a bit of the wrong order here with the units. Colossi are in a okay position. A couple of them are firing, but really we should get like more of the damage in there. Now, RevenantRage is on top of this army now, and he will clean up the Nidus Canal, and if he killed the Changeling as well, he should be totally fine, unless another one gets into his base or an Overseer. But yeah, RevenantRage is approaching, I think that's +3. Yeah, +3 weapons and +3 shields. HyperTurtle is almost maybe a third of the way to a +3 range. A very strong upgrade for the lurkers. All right.
You don't necessarily mind the trade-off as a Zerg, but
there's no detection.
Oh no, they're getting ripped up.
Where's the observer? All right. Well, I guess RevenantRage's push gets temporarily delayed. There's a warp prism, but no observer yet.
Yep, no observer.
Okay, yeah, it's on the way. It's on the way.
Yeah, like I was saying, what I don't mind the trade-off. Like you go in for a big kill, you get in a Nidus into his main base. You know, you lose your army, but you have to remax real quick. And HyperTurtle is not remaxing as quick as I would like to see.
Yeah,
if he doesn't really have the economy either.
Hatch here.
Yeah, not a macro hatch. He's down. He's on 64 workers.
Yeah,
just
at this
on
stage of the game, ideally you want a lot. Now this is a very tight choke though, so like depending on how RevenantRage approaches this, he's already taking a lot of hits from these lurkers right now, but like the size of his army is just so huge. He's actually right on top of the lurkers right now.
Yeah.
Oh, but the observers are flying into spore crawlers. Okay, one still survives. He's okay. Yep. Looks like that 5th is not long for this world right now.
That goes down. The roaches get called back all the way back, trying to defend the natural. Lings are going to get burnt up.
And at this stage of the game, roaches are really not what you want, especially versus 5 Immortals here and all those Archons.
And I know they're armored, but even Colossi do quick work of them. Oh man, this is such a scary army.
If you got enough splash damage, like anything works, you know. And nothing on the ground works is really what I mean to say.
Yep.
And we got the GG.
Yeah.
All right, so we're up 1 point for PSIOPGaming. Now, this is the best of 2 series, so he could even up the score in Game 2. Game 2 will be loaded in on Mothership.
Yeah, Hyper is he's the party leader, so he's gonna probably set it up.
Yeah, yeah. How do you think that game went? There was a little back and forth, I think. There were some moments where I was worried for RevenantRage, you know, with the Nidus and the Lurkers. But yeah, I mean, somehow it just felt like his units weren't really dying.
There was not, absolutely not. It was like when you go up against Protoss and you see
the units don't die. Their units just don't die, right?
They don't die, and it's a little death ball. You're like, oh, I'm just looking at that death ball. It's like, what do I do to match up against that? I've got to do my best to kill it. That Nidus Worm was like such a big deal. That could have turned it around. I thought if you like did a little bit more target fire, maybe take down the Nexus, I don't know, and then get out of there, because once that army went up the ramp, I don't think that was going to die easily, even if you did have a handful of lurkers there. So,
all right. I think it really that Nidus, I think it really was just the ordering, because like I'm not exactly sure how many lurkers were there, but if the lurkers were out first and in those choke points, like RevenantRage's army was trickling into his own main.
Yeah,
like
that would have got ripped
engage
up.
That army. Like if the lurkers were down and they were firing, I really think that they should have been able to clean up like a lot of those units, like with +2 range as well. Yeah. Anyway, let's introduce these players again. In the bottom side, we have the Red Zerg player down 1 point, playing for team. Oh, wait, no, we don't do that part. His name is
HyperTurtle.
Playing for
Special.
Oh, and he's playing for the team of. Yeah.
in the upper right-hand corner, in the baby blue again. Protoss, we have none other than the former captain himself.
RevenantRage.
Playing for
Rage. PSIOPGaming.
Alright.
I love the twirling icon that RevenantRage has, the Carbot Ghost. I don't know how he got that, but very cool.
That's very cool. I like it. This looks
So
like a
this is
pretty...
probably everyone's most hated map. If you had to, if we had to have an election for most hated map in this current map pool, it's probably this one.
If you're not me, this is your most hated map. But if you're Nachos, I love this map. I love it. Love it.
I like the idea of this map on paper, and typically I have like a decent time on this map.
Me too. Yeah, me too. You know what's really fun is this is a 1v1v1. Find 2 of your best StarCraft II friends and go at it. I played against Chinpone and oh my gosh, Chinpone and Little Reaper, and we played hours on Last Fantasy and Mothership. It was just like so much fun.
I played a Warcraft 3 mod with StarCraft 2. There's a mod or a custom game that you can play in this game. StarCraft 2 with Warcraft 3. And yeah, I played with Chinpone and Monkey Shaman. That was interesting. I played Night Elves for the first time in the StarCraft 2 engine. It's kind of fun.
That is fun.
Yeah. So yeah, on both sides, I think the builds are fairly standard here. Looks like it was a 1-gate expand. Actually, I think Gateway Cyber expand, I think, was the build here, and then another gateway to finish off that wall, just to stay safe a little early on. And a few lings moving out from HyperTurtle, just scout around, gain a little bit of vision, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually more lings being added. Another 4 lings. So speed is on the way as well. I'm wondering if HyperTurtle is just gonna... Yeah, no, more lings are in production. I think HyperTurtle is gonna try to ling flood here. RevenantRage does add a shield battery to the front. Shield batteries great you defensive structures. A couple lings going down for free there. But yeah, I think RevenantRage needs to be careful that his wall is left unplugged. There's no more units in the production right now, so he's got to be careful here. Another 12 units in production right now, and that wall is open currently.
And he's and HyperTurtle's doing this on 24 workers. Let's see how much he can flood.
Yep, only one pylon there. It's an Artosis pylon. There is a Stargate on the way, so if RevenantRage does get an Oracle out, he can easily hold this, but he might take some economic damage in the meantime, though. He's got himself a nice little choke here with the workers really helping out. That shield battery putting in so much work. I'm not sure a single worker went down. Yeah, I mean, that was a big investment from HyperTurtle. He's still only on 2 hatcheries, no third one on the way, and those units didn't do a lot. A Baneling Nest is being put down right now. That is the follow-up. But if Fleet Beacon's on the way for RevenantRage, he could be going into, like, this could be Skytoss from here, honestly. We don't know quite yet, but yeah, that's a very early Fleet Beacon.
It could be, okay, it could be a Fleet Beacon, but also it's just there for the mothership.
Possibly. Oh, yeah, mothership on mothership. Yeah. Be cannon.
It checks.
Yeah. Alright, so the Baneling Nest is almost completed. I think HyperTurtle is going to morph some Banelings and try to bust this down. There are some drones being made behind this, so this isn't... I don't think the intent is to be totally all in here. I worry that if there's even like a couple oracles out, which there aren't right now, but if there were, like, this would be disastrous for HyperTurtle right now.
I know. Lit.
Alright, the Banelings get right on top of the Zealot. The shield battery putting in some work to keep it alive, because the Banelings aren't detonating all at once. And... oh, the Zealot still lives.
That was a hero Zealot right there.
The wall is down. But, okay, more Banelings being morphed. But yeah, RevenantRage has to know what's up. Yeah, no, this is a rush straight to mothership. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this. No, actually, you know what? I have seen this build, and I have lost to some builds like this, where they get a mothership and just slide into your base, then do a mothership recall.
Oh yeah.
Alright, both the Cybercore and the Gateway go down. This is a huge hole in the wall. There's only a few lings left.
Don't attack the building. Don't attack the building. Yeah, go. Clean up. Clean up. You got this.
Yeah, but even with that shield battery with like the residual energy, I'm not sure he has enough to really do any real damage here. 10 more lings are on the way though, so yeah, it's a little bit of like column A, a little bit of column B from HyperTurtle. This looked like it was intending to be an all-in, but like he still went with an economic like play behind it, which is to drone up a bit.
But that mothership is out.
In all its
glory. Shock of it. The shock of it. Does he see it yet? No.
Oh my god, he's gonna be so shocked when he sees this. There's one Void Ray on the way. I don't think he sees it quite yet.
Nope. Now he sees it.
Okay, now he has to know, right?
Yeah.
If he's
does he bring the mothership back for defense? I mean, that's like a lot of defense, like not to.
Yeah. So they changed the mothership somewhat recently. Now it actually kind of attacks decently with its auto attack. And it is a lot beefier too. It's a pretty tanky unit. Can't be abducted either. But...
yeah.
Yeah. So this is just like I don't think HyperTurtle is prepared for this at all. His lair's not even done. There's no Hydralisk then. There's only how many queens? There's 3 queens right now with a couple more in production, and only a couple spore crawlers. Like, but motherships are beefy units. Like,
so beefy. Yeah, those 3. That mothership is not. 3 queens are not going to take care of that. No way.
I don't think I've ever seen a mothership harass a worker line like this.
It's going to be devastating for sure.
Only
4
in the
queens
FSL
are out. 4 queens are out. Yeah,
you know, I'm just gonna say, I think this is a play of the game. You know,
this is the play of the game. The quick mothership. Are you kidding me? And it was not even expected. Not mothership versus lings. Who is going to win? We know who's going to win.
Can you Nexus recall a mothership?
Heck yeah, you can.
Okay,
heck
all right.
Yeah, go. But he's just gonna float it back home. It's like it's all good. He has enough defense to hold off anything. He's not worried.
All right, yeah. So carriers is
a carrier. This is like the play of the game. This is the game of the week. I'm just gonna call it. We're 2 games in. I'm calling it. Oh my gosh, this is rich.
It's more Banelings on the ground as well. Like HyperTurtle really just wants to win on the ground here. Now there isn't a lot in the air. Like it's only like 1 carrier and 1 mothership. Yeah. But like these units just have to get right on top of the workers if he wants to like even put really a dent in RevenantRage right now. the banelings do start detonating. They take out the cyber core again and that first gateway, and the banelings are marching straight to that mineral line right now.
Yeah.
Nice
if
pull
you're
away
ground,
from HyperTurtle, but the banelings are closing the distance now. 6 workers go down.
Yeah, if your ground units are fast and a lot of them, if you have like a baby sky toss, they're gonna clean. Your fast ground units are just gonna clean house because they can't shoot fast enough. They can't kill those fast enough.
Yeah. Now there are some corruptors on the way as well. Now corruptors on paper are gonna be the hard counter to everything but the void right here.
Yeah.
But corruptors are also just so expensive.
Expensive.
In gas and minerals, really, but like especially the gas, like to try to make corruptors on 3 bases, like yeah, he'll have enough to defend probably, but I'm not sure if he'll have enough to really like push forward and actually like kill against like defenders' advantage, you know?
Yeah, it's you corruptors are the answer, but the real answer is mass corruptors. You need a lot of them to like 1-shot or 2-shot. 3-shot a mothership. And after you clean up the sky toss, you have a bunch of corruptors. What do? You know, you can just bomb it on some building. You know, that's the best. That's your best shot. So,
yeah, or morph broodlords, which are even more expensive. But yeah, like I think this gets a lot trickier too. So yeah, on paper, corruptors are really, really strong. But then, like, when you factor in Storm, when you factor in Archons, when you factor in Void Rays as well, if they're going for Void Rays in their Skytoss composition, this gets a lot trickier to just handle with Corruptors. At that point, you have to start using Vipers, some Infestors, potentially, Ultras if you want to kill the ground to prevent the Storms from being as effective. Because really, like, when you play against the Skytoss army, ignoring the void rays, it's actually the ground that kills you. It's not the carriers.
That's right. Yeah, you're exactly right. Here we go.
Yeah, big run by HyperTurtle, getting right on top of this fully saturated mineral line. A recall occurs, but all the workers go down. Almost all of them go down right here, and he just runs away, saving most of those units. Great play by HyperTurtle here.
Oh, sneaking into the nat. Yeah, clean those
getting into the
workers
natural
up
as well, getting some more workers, really utilizing the speed of his army here to his advantage. Great moves by HyperTurtle here.
Yeah.
But I worry that he's letting Rage build up a little too much here. Now, he's not quite at critical mass yet, but we're talking about a low economy situation, so he doesn't really have a ton of, like, anti-air either, right? Like,
no. And 6 carriers is nothing to whiff at. I mean, that is...
He's got 17 corruptors. This could work for HyperTurtle, I think.
Yeah, bring your queens to the front. Yep. Yeah, start targeting firing.
Void Ray, great focus fire there. And he's targeting down the carriers as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, RevenantRage knows that this isn't going to work, so he just tries to get out of there.
Yeah, those corruptors they smell blood, they're going in for the kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised that with his mothership didn't do
a recall, a Nexus recall.
Yeah.
That would have been the only way out, I think, given how slow these carriers are. And now, okay, so HyperTurtle did win in the air, but RevenantRage still is able to make some gateway units. He does have decent gateway infrastructure. I just don't know how well upgraded it is. Yeah, there's no upgrades for any of his gateway units, so slow zealots, no blink. Now, there are Archons that he's morphing, so that'll be decent versus the Corruptors and also the big Ling army here. If he can get enough of those in critical mass, then he'll just be able to 1A at this point, because those Corruptors are kind of dead weight in the sky at this point. If there's not a lot of carriers, they're not going to do much. They need to find some damage to the buildings, get additional value out of them, or morph them into brutes, but at this stage they're not doing much.
Yeah, for a moment there, he had Hyper had all his queens doing a queen walk across. Halfway there, he goes, "Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that."
Yeah, I've done that before.
I was like, there's 6 queens, they could have soaked up a lot of damage for sure, but not on, being off creep. Nah, I don't think that was the call.
Yeah, you'd have to bring some overlords too, just to drop creep and start putting down some tumors so you can use your queens to transfuse. Oh, alright, so there is a Greater Spire on the way. Speaking of morphing into Broodlords, there is a Greater Spire on the way here, so those Corruptors might be useful in a little bit, but yeah, I mean, there's only like 500, 600, 600 in the bank for HyperTurtle here. You won't be able to make that many Broodlords. But yeah, like, in response, like, maybe getting some Tempests, getting some Link Stalkers for RevenantRage. That would be the play.
Yep. Adrenal Glands are on. Sidestormer's almost done. Fast Banes are almost done. Yeah, this is going to be formidable to be say the least.
Yeah, so I think I'm liking this position more and more for HyperTurtle the longer this goes on. It looks like there's some new some probes heading towards a potential 4th base. Yeah, and they do throw down the 4th. But HyperTurtle's been mining from that 4th a significant period longer. Getting just being able to mine from those outer bases a little bit earlier, because RevenantRage has to be mining out of his main and natural pretty soon.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't have the vision. He's not sure of the army he's about to face, but he knows that there's too many corruptors.
Oh, but they're so stacked. So they're so close to the Archons too. Can he get the Archons right beneath them?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just a little bit slow on the reaction there for RevenantRage. He really needs to get those Archons right below those Corruptors. And now the rest of the Corruptors go into the main. Are they going to be able to? Yep. They start using the Caustic Spray as well. Oh, okay. But all the Corruptors get control moved back. Bit of a micro mistake there, I think.
But very effective.
Yeah.
Taking down the Gnat. He recalls his HyperTurtle, brings his army back on creep.
Check out the production tab. This game's all over the place.
I love it.
seven Ultralists in production.
I have a Greater Spire, but instead of Broodlords, let's do Ultralists.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, they're going to do so well versus these Archons.
Yeah.
Okay. So, a decent push from RevenantRage before those Ultralists get out, really. Gets all the queens, basically, that were spreading creep. Those are pretty expensive to remake at this stage of the game. But yeah, like 7 Ultralists getting right on top of this army. They don't quite have Kyanist plating yet, but even so, they're just walking in buildings, like...
Yeah. Here we go. Let's see what the... Yeah, he's just marching them straight in and chomping. Get it.
Yeah. I mean, the Ultralists just munching away at all those Zealots. Now they're getting right on top of the as well. So they do. Yeah. It looks like the Archons did okay. There's one Immortal putting in work behind there as well. So it looks like RevenantRage actually wins the battle here. I think maybe with Kyanist plating, HyperTurtle would have been able to win that.
Yep.
But there is a Broodlord, or a couple Broodlords. Just yeah, there's not a lot of anti-air here. Though a couple of Broodlords, I think, turned the tide of that battle.
Yeah, it kept it from being just a easy walkthrough into your third. You know.
Yeah. Now Kyanist plating is finishing up, so any more Ultralists are going to be a lot more effective. And there's 6 more Broodlords on the way. I'm loving the tech switching from HyperTurtle. He's being very unpredictable in this game.
You're tech switching with capital units. It's like not cheap units, capital units. Oh, we saw a Mothership. I mean, might as well do all the capital units. We've seen carriers.
He didn't start this war, but by God, he will finish it.
Amazing. That's the GG.
Oh, we got the GG.
Oh, right, this is
HyperTurtle evening up the score for SpecialTactics.
Oh, God, love it. Yeah, I don't think I'm being premature in calling it a game of the day. I think that's premature. It was awesome.
Yeah. Welcome back, players. Welcome back,
dude.
Yeah. So, what was going on in those games?
Well, honestly, okay, you go first. I've got my own confessions, but.
First game, I was like, okay, I'll do like a more standard thing, but gotta go Mothership on Mothership.
You gotta. Yeah, we called it. We saw it. He's like, the fleet beacon's going down, and he was just like, oh, RevenantRage is going to go into Sky Toss. I'm like, well, what if he's going to Mothership? And NukLeo was like, mothership on mothership, let's go. And that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I've never seen a mothership harassing a mineral line like that. That was a thing of beauty. Yeah, the game 1 was definitely a lot more standard. Game 2, HyperTurtle. Yeah, you were all over the place with the tech. It really kept him guessing, and I think it worked out for you in the end. The constant switches, countering what RevenantRage was going for, managed a crisis situation pretty well, and you were also able to find a lot of damage with your ground army at the same time. You didn't let that go to waste.
That's right.
Were you practicing this sort of like counterattack style yourself?
I was making heavy note that anytime that I'm fighting in one place with air units or my techie army, I'll always send the Zerglings in somewhere else.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, they don't need an audience. Those air units don't need an audience. They can the ground units gonna go do something else for sure.
Yeah. They don't need to be babysat for sure.
Yeah.
And in
RevenantRage...
general, against a SkyToss army, if you can keep cutting off their funds, there's pretty diminished returns with them.
That's right.
For sure. Yeah, those are very expensive units. And RevenantRage, what was your reaction when you saw 7 Ultralisks in that army and a couple Broodlords?
Well, you know, I realized it was over at that point.
Yeah, those were the most unupgraded gateway units that I've seen in that long of a game.
Yeah.
I think in both games I was missing a lot of my upgrades too. Like those Ultralisks had only just started their Ultralisk Cavern upgrades, and first game my Lurkers and my Roaches were really late getting theirs.
So yeah, question for both of you guys. You know, we're doing a show match event pretty soon. Are there any matchups that you would like to see in said show match event?
I think just Archon. I've always really enjoyed it.
Okay, but no particular like 2 players that you want to see go head to head?
I don't know. I want to participate, but with my schedule, it's likely I won't be able to.
Okay. Well, you can also just call out other people too. Like, you don't have to do any of the work yourself.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And you, HyperTurtle?
I'd probably have to do a little bit of research. However, apparently there was a lot of hype around me versus War Bunnies last season. I thought both of those matches were kind of a mess, but you can't argue with popularity. So I know he's listening because he just logged in.
A mess can be fun to watch, and I think that would be a pretty even...
I think you just watched a couple big messes, but yes.
Well, that sounds like fun to me. I'm going to record that.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, let's get the next set of players in for set 2.
Yeah, that's WindShadow and SgtABC. Yeah. They are in on the game, ready to go. Let's see if they are check to see if they're in. Yep, and yep.
Welcome
there we go.
Back, players, welcome back. Now I say welcome back because this is actually a rematch, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
OB Championship Season 9, let's go.
Yep. The first time you guys played was in that championship, yes. And I think, if I remember correctly, WindShadow did take the series, right?
Yep, 2-0, yeah.
Yeah. So, SgtABC, have you been, was that on your mind? Did that sting in any particular way?
Well, so, I was talking to, I think it was NukLeo or someone earlier, and oh no, it was Nachos. Nachos reminded me that he took the series, and I was like, I swear I got one off him, and he's like, no, that was Monkey Shadow, who goes random. This guy is pure Protoss, and I'm hoping that I have increased my mechanics and my macro, and I've got high hopes. So keep your fingers crossed for me. SpecialTactics. I'm excited. I've been practicing my butt off. I've got 300 games this season.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that is what I'm talking about.
Maybe 30.
Well, we're excited. About. We're excited for you, obviously, and we're excited to see this rematch. WindShadow, have you been thinking about this rematch at all yourself?
yeah, got a couple ideas. We're gonna try out. Hope it goes well. I'm hoping for not a rocky situation. Where he just comes back and creams me. So we'll see.
All right, cool. Well, let's divide you guys up into separate lobbies, and let's get this show on the road.
Go ahead and join the lobby too.
I feel like that was a little foreshadowing, so I am fully prepared for some shenanigans.
Nice.
Like to see it.
Yeah.
Great lobby.
My favorite map.
So yeah, game 1 on Celestial Enclave, which I think definitely lends itself to a little shenaniganry.
Hey, you know what? You gotta be aware of your pocket base. That's all. Just be aware of it.
Yeah. Oh, just keep a tab on that. You know, the worker only path could really mess you up.
For reals. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like both players are ready.
Yeah. Go.
Alrighty.
So did you have that was a big sigh there. Did you have your heart rate monitor on while you were playing that?
I had my Fitbit, and yes, my heart rate. I was definitely in my target heart rate there. The rest of my family would not go to sleep last night, so I'm not going to blame them entirely, but boy, I mean, I'm glad I stuck with the basics, which was hitting with the lings whenever I can, and making a lot of workers, at least eventually. Alright, so, in the lower left, we have our green Protoss, and his name is...
WindShadow.
And he is representing the team of...
PSIOPGaming.
And in the top right, we have the purple Zerg player. His name is...
SgtABC.
And he is representing the team of...
SpecialTactics.
Let's go. Yeah, so SgtABC, I'm going to tell you, I'm not saying if you practice much, you're going to automatically win in the FSL, but I will tell you, if you practice, you have a better shot at winning, and I know SgtABC has been putting in that work, for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's been hanging out in the Devoid channel as well, getting coaching from like the players that are that hang out there. Devoid is like a popular European clan as well.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the players there are pretty dedicated. A lot of them go to Home Story Cup as well.
Practice doesn't guarantee wins, but it probably won't make you worse.
Oh yeah.
Such a weirdly shaped map. I was just looking at the mini map. I was confused about the placement of the first pylon gateway. I'm like, oh yeah, that the natural has its ramp. Then it has the barrier that can be destroyed. Then there's the pocket base with that little worker path. So I think this map will basically task your sense of location even more than Mothership.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot of different ways you can access your opponent's base from this map. A lot of like aerial paths, especially. Yeah, those destructible rocks that you mentioned. If you keep good vision of your base, I think it rewards you on this map.
Yeah, Overlord placement can be very good on the Zerg side. I'd say on the Protoss side, it doesn't hurt just to spread your pylons around too.
Totally agree.
A map like this, yeah.
So it looks like Stargate opener from WindShadow, still leaving his wall open. So nice show of confidence from WindShadow there. Doesn't wall off right away just to prevent any Zerglings that aren't coming across the map right now. So yeah, reading the situation pretty well. Now I'm curious if he'll use this Oracle to secure a third base very quickly, or if he's going to be using it to, I don't know, focus on his harass a little bit more.
I mean, there's more areas you can hit here, but I think...
Oh, it's actually a Void Ray first. Okay.
Okay, then we may see some Overlord hunting.
Yep. Now this is a great way just to deny your opponent their vision. It kind of hides like when you're gonna start pushing out, because without the overlords, a lot of the attack paths won't obviously won't be able to see the units.
Take away at their supply a little bit too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, this overlord, he's already sending it in, where it's probably not going to be able to escape a stalker. So,
Yeah.
I think Sergeant's already taking that sacrifice into account. The life of an overlord.
So
You
Sergeant
just
ABC
see it,
just
like,
started.
run, oh yeah, I'm an overlord.
There we go, that prismatic alignment. The second one's going to die even faster. There are a couple of spore crawlers made for Sergeant ABC just to guard against any oracles that might fly around to try to get like some more kills.
I mean, or even Dark Templar. Basically, as Zerg,
Yeah.
you pretty much always want an Oracle each base by the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, spore crawler, yes. Alright, third base down from Sergeant ABC in the safer location. And now this is half the mineral yield. It has half the normal patches.
Half the number of patches and geysers, yeah. And we see from WindShadow, though, he is doubling down on his air. He has a fleet beacon and another Stargate on the way, so that Void Ray is not going to be a one-off.
Right. So now I did say it's a safer base, that little pocket base, but I'm actually not sure if it's safer versus Skytoss. Because like picture like 5 bases just going in from the dead space and sniping that base. Like that could be a very quick snipe. Whereas if you took the third at the line, I think it would be slightly harder.
I find a lot of the time it's worth it to take it just so you can keep vision there. Not just air, but it also is a very popular spot to just drop down your units from Overlords, Warp Prisms, Medivacs, and get them ready ahead of time to charge in. We are going with Tempest, by the way.
Yeah, no, we're building choice here.
Range.
And it's a double Tempest production. This early on, like you get enough Tempest start whittling away at the anti-air, you can just basically roll like forward if you snipe enough of the queens and get significant damage to the Zerg player.
Alright.
Now, is there a lair for... Yep, there is a lair from Sergeant ABC, so he could tech towards Spire if you want to hard counter this with some Corruptors.
Yes, indeed. So, just generally, best thing to do with Tempest here is just take advantage of the dead space between the bases. You know, tax your opponent, trying to get them to chase them around, but if you also have a good ground army in front of it, it can be very hard for them to reach it. Let's say with Hydralisks or Corruptors. The Tempest can just kind of back away a little bit more. But no, we are seeing pure golden Tempest Armada.
Yeah, with another 2 on the way as well, so this looks like consistent Tempest production. Now, Sergeant ABC is still droning behind this. He just made 12 workers, another 2 on the way. His +1/+1 is about to finish, but if you don't have units, it's not going to help you.
Straight off there.
The Hydralisk range is only halfway done.
Well, you see how he started off there by supply blocking him, so getting prepared for this. He's not going to be able to make any new units. Okay, now he can, but that delays it quite a bit, and that means he can just focus
tectonic
down.
Destabilizers.
Let's go ahead and do some extra damage to the structures.
Yeah. Now, even right now, no Hydralisks are being made. Okay, 4 in the production tab, and range is about to finish here. A couple of queens so far, only a couple of queens have been sniped. A couple of overlords as well. This pocket base is in trouble.
I would say so. We're getting further and further from the point where Sergeant ABC can do anything about this, and even if he does, those Tempests can just shift from one base to the next. The Hydralisks cannot take advantage of that worker path.
Yep, the Hydralisks are about to pop, though. A significant number of them are going to be right below these Tempests, right below the lair.
Yeah. Did you know the movie Forbidden Planet was meant to be sort of a sci-fi adaptation of the Tempest? I just thought I'd throw that in there. If you haven't seen what Leslie Nielsen looked like when he was young, it's pretty trippy.
I have not
and
seen
Robbie
that.
the Robot.
Oh, the Hydralisks are right beneath those Tempests.
Okay, that.
A second will probably fall.
One thing he did really well, he really stocked up on those Hydralisks so that once they did go within range, they could make it count. But at the same time, he has lost his lair. The Spire is still about 3/4 of the way done, though, but he has to get another lair going.
Yeah, this is a 2 base Zerg with a 3rd base not mining, and versus a 3 base Protoss. So
he needs to move those long distance miners to where there's actually a hatchery. Right now, he's just hurrying to get built up again. He's also probably going to want to use the Overlords of the Queens to get some creeps so those structures don't start bleeding out.
Completely.
And Windshadow's doing a bit of a left-right. You know, he got that big Tempest jab. Now he's going really heavy on the Zealot Archon.
Yeah, Charge
Archon, sure.
Archon. Which is kind of like the bread and butter for Protoss. This army just deals so well with so much that Zerg has on the ground.
Well, they certainly deal well with Hydralisks, that's for sure. It's
yeah.
one of those deals where you force your opponent to get the proper tech to counter what you hit with the first time, then you mix in a whole lot of what their new army doesn't necessarily counter, and there's still a lot of long-distance mining going on here.
It looks like WindShadow's intending to hit before he can really give SgtABC a chance to build back up again. Now he's catching all of those Hydras out in the center of the map with not a great choke to defend them. SgtABC does kite back. Yeah. But those charge lots just do so much damage to Hydralisks. The army is starting to thin out a little bit, so WindShadow's getting punished a little bit for retreating against those Hydralisks.
I think Hydralisks are also pretty nice. Once the Zealots are gone, they're pretty nice against Archons and against Tempest if they can get in the ring.
They can kite so well.
A lot going down.
Yeah, it looks like this will actually be a hold from SgtABC. I mean, there's just a couple of Tempests, but those don't pose any like serious threat to the army now with 4 more Hydralisks on the way.
Well, but look at the main base, though. Yep, that's what I was going to say there. Like, hey, I just got done rebuilding that.
Yeah, really, 22 workers? When did that happen? 26 workers went down? Oh my god.
It's, like I said, it's the 1-2 punch, you know, a jab from the left, big right hook, follow it up with it, and GG!
Yeah, and we got the GG. I wonder if that's what he's been practicing versus his teammate Planix. Those guys have been playing custom games non-stop. Sometimes they don't even talk to the rest of the team, they're just like, play me. It's like, okay, I got a PVZ coming, play me.
Well, there was definitely a plan. Not just the initial plan, but also the follow-up afterwards. So, I'd be surprised if he hadn't at least tried that a good number of times before. And KJ, if we can have you... Yeah, there we go. And then... Oh. Sergeant says 1 minute, please.
Yep, so we got a request for a break here.
Yep. So, yeah, let me tell you a bit about what I was stuck doing last night. My daughter was insisting that I help her with Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's like, okay, I finally get the hang of Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and then she's got me switched to another cozy game entirely. And it got ugly though, because then you know, she asked about she had some questions, as children do, about whether or not Mulan counted as Disney princess.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a complicated one, because she's in the Disney Princess collection despite not being a princess. Same goes with, you know, Pocahontas. And in Moana, there was even a nice little argument between her and Maui. It's like, you're a princess. No, I'm a chieftain's daughter. Look, you're going on a big magical quest. You got a cute little pet. You're a princess. And, you know, the classic being that conversely, people love bringing it up that, like, the princesses from the Black Cauldron and Atlantis the Lost Empire don't count as princesses despite being princesses in Disney movies. Alan Wee and it's complicated territory, and as I tried to explain that, my wife actually got pretty sick of listening to me talk. So, yeah. So let that be a lesson to you.
So, I don't know if you've played the Kingdom Hearts series, but I think some of the people that you mentioned might actually be counted as princesses, I think, in the first game. I don't know. It's weird. It's like you got a female-focused movie, and it came out in some time in the 90s or the 2000s, made by Disney. The main character's a princess.
Yeah, well, it's like the Black Cauldron was one of Disney's biggest disasters, which is a shame because I love the Prydain Chronicle books. and I kind of expected more from that back in 4th grade. But yeah, Elanmi ruled. Princess Elanwi, you know, she's cool, but you know, it's not exactly a movie that they're really quick to bring up. But yeah, that was Princess Kida in Atlantis: The Lost Empire. But no, it looks like everybody's ready, so we are going to go into Ghost River. Okay, so I had to get that out of my system because yeah, that might have been what kept me awake a little bit later. I was fired up.
Yep, so Ghost River, a very different map from the last one. This map splits down the middle very evenly and is a lot smaller as a map. Probably lends itself better to early aggression since the rush distances are so short. Yeah, well, it's interesting to see what will happen here. I think the players are ready.
Yeah, they said they were ready before. I'm just asking again now that we're in the lobby.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, we have been having some heavy-duty, very unusually styled PVZs so far. So let's see if that keeps up.
Watching.
I think honestly this is another map where early Tempest might actually be able to do quite a bit if they take advantage of those destructive rocks.
Yeah, there is that like sort of area where the ground units can't access near the natural. That is a good call out. Alright, you want to take it away?
Alright, GLHF. So in the upper left, we have the winner of the last match, our green Protoss. His name is
WindShadow.
And he is playing for the team
PSIOPGaming.
And in the top right, we have the red Zerg player. Down one map, he needs your support. His name is
SgtABC.
and he is playing for the team of
SpecialTactics.
Alright, so a lot of the room for shenanigans on this map has to do with that top middle area, that in order to access it you either have to take the long way around, destroy the rock pile, or mine through those little mineral patches. So I don't expect WindShadow to try the exact same trick twice, but if he wanted to, it's a decent map to do it on.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he'll expect the same shenaniganry twice. Yeah, I know he scouted the Stargate. He definitely saw the Void Rays, but the transition into Tempest, I think, is what threw him. There was no follow-up scout there by Sergeant ABC. And to be fair,
and of course, yeah, you didn't want to send too many more Overlords straight to their death.
Right.
A lot of the time, it's confusing, because a lot of the time you will see an early Stargate from Protoss, but it's just for a little bit of extra defense or extra harassment. You don't always see more Stargate units after the first 1 or 2 Void Rays or Oracles.
Totally agree. So check out the production tab, HyperTurtle. This is a pretty early Roach Warren, is it not?
That is indeed.
Oh yeah.
I think this might be a build that he's been keeping up his sleeve. He's going to need a little bit more gas if he wants to make a lot of them, but I think we have a pretty good idea of what his initial focus is going to be.
I think so as well. So yeah, a couple roaches being started. But yeah, like, if you're gonna try to bust this, he might even try to throw in some Ravagers, but like I would really like him to see him mine a little bit more gas. Even to get like a bigger mass of roaches, he's gonna need more than 1 gas geyser here, I think. Unless he just wants to supplement with lings here, but there's no ling speed on the way.
Yeah,
that's a fair amount of gas.
There.
I was just saying that's a fair amount of gas just for that combo.
Yeah. So we've got a Twilight Council on the other side, you know, nice little wall off.
Yeah, a little slanted as a wall off, but it looks like it is a full wall.
Trick.
Yeah.
Complete with
the adept. The adept gets a couple link right off the bat. Maybe even third. Yep.
I don't think. I think usually if you want to do 2 base roach, you don't really want to show your roaches until there's quite a few of them. But at the same time, they can definitely get past that 1 adept.
Yeah, the WindShadow throws down the shield battery. The shield battery will build pretty quickly. He's trying to chrono boost out his warp gate as well. Blocks with a pylon. Good move here by WindShadow. That'll delay.
There goes the Ravager you were talking about.
Oh, there's the Ravager. Yep,
he
right
wants,
onto the pylon.
To get
trying to snipe that Arthas pylon right away.
Oh no!
it looks like he will depower these buildings for,
Yeah,
for a short period anyway. Fun fact:
Yeah,
the pylon is the quickest building unit in the game. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Build?
The quickest building unit. Yep.
Well, anyway, the robotics facility is still active, so that's going to be if he can get a couple of mortals out. But I do not think he's going to get that wall powered again. Oh, and I never like to see probes versus roaches, especially when they're able to take advantage of that SimCity to get their own limit the surface area themselves.
Yeah,
oh,
this is.
Well, I was wrong. It's powered again.
I feel like there's 8 more drones on the production tab for SgtABC. I think he's not really aware of his position right now. This is a kill time. Like if he just has kept flooding in units here, this is game over.
Right, there is an immortal that's about a quarter of the way done now. Shield battery is still depowered.
Yeah, I think as soon as that immortal gets out, this army, even these stalkers, I think with the right kiting can probably take care of this army.
That's right.
SgtABC, he is not doubling down. He's making his third.
Yeah.
Nice little dodge there. And the immortal approaches.
So with this attack, 5 workers have been killed. There was a lot of not building of probes that went on for both players, to be fair. But yeah, not...
Alright, time to Overlord hunt again.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
I wouldn't
not.
say that this is a game-ending damage for either player here, though.
No, this is going to be all about how they transition. We are going to be going with Charge from the Protoss, and Lear Tech, and finally Ling Speed as well from the Zerg.
Yep. So WindShadow is down by like 10 workers. He does have Chrono Boost to rely on to really power up again. And it looks like he's trying to even up the score a little bit here. That's a Dark Shrine on the way.
Well, I don't object to that, especially when his opponent was kind of late to get his lair. It will be ready pretty soon, though, well before the Dark Shrine is.
Right. One, depending on where the Dark Templar go, what angle they come in from, yeah, one Overseer could shut this down.
Yes, indeed. I mean, right now, SgtABC has not... I don't think he's built much in the way of army units since that initial push failed.
Yep.
He's also...
It looks like he's just powering up his economy and his production.
Getting out a supply
Macro
block,
hatches
too. There we
going
go.
down. And it looks like WindShadow, his response to this is going to be what looks like to be a 2-base all-in.
Yep. We're going to be having Zealot, Stalker, Immortal moving out right now. Or at least kind of moving. There we go. Nope. No, they stopped.
They're second guessing. They're second guessing.
Yeah. Well, we're getting quite a few Lings out. Those actually could stand up pretty well against those Immortals.
Yeah. And
Warp
what I like
Prism is
from
also up.
SgtABC here is he's got like very good vision of the map right now. So that Overlord spots the Warp Prism moving out right away. Very good scout from SgtABC. He's basically got all the attack paths covered here except for the south.
A little bit of a traffic jam as the Stalkers automatically start targeting that Overlord. There we go. And the Zealots also get a little bit ahead. If he takes... Okay. Sergeant taking his frustrations out on the rocks.
Alright, one Warp Prism gets warped in by the Warp Prism. Sorry, one DT gets warped in by the Warp Prism. A few more on the way as well, but they haven't quite moved just yet.
So there are not any Overseers just yet. These 3 Overlords, I mean, despite there not being a lot of firepower being used against them, they are getting pretty low. And meanwhile, we got the Dark Templars hitting right at the 3rd, targeting the hatchery down.
Oh, very nice use of files here to try to snipe
very.
those DTs without having detection. Oh, but WindShadow pulls away before he gets the base. This isn't a Terran building, it won't burn down.
11 health, man. You know you wanna. Ooh.
Oh, very nice. He almost gets the Warp Prism with some well-aimed biles.
Yes, indeed. It's the old Space Invaders tactic. You want to fire where your opponent is going, not where they are right now.
Yeah.
And to answer Toker Blitz's question, this is like a casual league play thing. So we are having two teams do a series of matchups between their players to gain points and try to reach the win.
So yeah, it looks like WindShadow just throwing down more bases, but still not taking a third base. It looks like he has no intention of. Oh, okay, maybe this is the time to take a third. Trying to transition out of this all in. But yeah, like a lot of his units are kind of stuck behind the wall right here.
Looks like he wants it to be a little bit hidden. Or, yeah, there we go.
Yep. Third base goes down. Fourth base station.
Yeah, position is going to be key here. He does not want to get surrounded.
All those Lings get right on top of those Immortals could be bad news, but there is a fair amount
The
of
Archons are going to help, yeah.
Yeah.
And once again...
Okay, so he catches SgtABC's army on the rotation. Very nice pick off for WindShadow here. Slices, shaves off a fair amount of that army, and it kind of traps it in the north here.
Yeah, there's... They can't go straight back to the hatchery from here, so this is
those
a
Immortals
really...
are untouched.
Yep, Archon's tanking a whole lot here. That's going to give WindShadow a nice little army lead.
Yeah. Now the question is, can he reinforce behind this and push? Or is he going to pull back and try to get his economy back up?
Different
Looks
ways to go as far as the lead.
Yeah. So far, that hatchery is still pretty weak, but there isn't a lot buffering these Immortals anymore. That's what I worry about.
Right.
Oh, okay. A few more Zealots join in the fray, and they're heading right into the natural.
That hatchery can disappear so quickly.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah.
If those Immortals get on right on top of the roaches, kill them as they trickle out, this could be lights out for SgtABC.
Yep.
Warp Prism would really solidify this. It looks like it's almost done, but even so, right now he's just killing things as they spawn.
Yeah. Well, the Warp Prism was out there somewhere, right? I'm not sure where it went, but...
The previous one got killed, but a new one just spawned.
Okay. Yeah, and the natural goes down for SgtABC. Nice snipe by WindShadow. Now there is another base that WindShadow doesn't quite know about yet.
But he'll know about it very soon.
Yeah.
Separating the Warp Prism from the main army, just so he can chuck.
Yep. Good moves by WindShadow to scout that. You gotta ask yourself,
really...
like, as you're killing a base, like, and when your opponent is leaving, do they have another base behind this?
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
121 supplied in 18, so I think, yep,
and we got the
GG. WindShadow takes the second win. SgtABC are up 3-1.
Yep, solid leads for SgtABC, which is funny because they were behind so far last weekend. So maybe SpecialTactics can do that reverse sweep. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Those were some interesting games.
Great games.
Yeah, where to start? WindShadow, why don't you walk us through your plan for game one?
Yeah, I knew I wanted to do a Tempest rush of sorts, and basically I just kind of tried to execute that as fast as I could, and it went pretty well in that one. I think the second one was more touch and go. Definitely, I have trouble with roaches in general, and I think that essentially you put a really good pressure on in the second one. I didn't know if I was going to be able to hold that one at all.
Yeah, that's actually a very nice segue, I think. So SgtABC in the second game, you got a very early Roach Warren. You pushed across with one Ravager, a few Roaches, and a smattering of Lings. I thought you had him, honestly. But then you made 12 workers. To me personally, let's hear what was going on in your mind when that happened.
I got taught how to do this build by I think it's like 5.5 or 6K Zerg, and he essentially says that this is a 4-1, Roach Rev push into a drone and a third. So the goal is to win with the roaches, but if you don't, you're ahead now. And I didn't capitalize on that.
Yeah, so you were intending to play a macro game behind it. It was a solid push. You were up.
If it did not work, yeah. If it did not work, then yeah. The goal was to push into hopefully a 4 to 4.5 minute 2 base saturation into a third, and then push out. But I have trouble with the macro multitasking. So
yeah, I've definitely seen some variants of that build where you get ling speed and just keep flooding lings after you make the roach.
Yeah, so I made that mistake 5 minutes in, and I'm like, the ling speed is not there, and I'm like, oh, because I did that variance where immediately after the roaches didn't work, I just flood lings, and it works, but slow links just don't work. Slow links just don't. They just don't work. I mean, they could if they could overwhelm, but
yeah. Well, yeah, very good games. Now, last question for you guys. You guys know that we are doing a show match event, and I think this is actually shaping up to be a pretty good rivalry between you guys. Got a bit of a story here. SgtABC was able to push you around a little bit at the start there, WindShadow.
Yeah.
Do you think this could turn into a show match, or is there anyone
that
who'd like to challenge?
It could, and I think we're pretty well matched. I'm on the edge of my seat the entire game. Like I can't slip up once, or he'll take advantage. So.
Okay. All right. Well. and SgtABC, is there anyone else that you would like to call out as well?
I've got so many people that have been helping me. NukLeo, you ended up.
He means call out for a show match.
Yeah,
or two people you'd like to see face each other.
Yeah, like a WWE style call out. Yeah. Who would you like to
see take out each other?
Who do you want to catch outside? How about that?
Oh man. Okay. I have been wanting to see, possibly maybe. And I'm looking at the. Possibly, maybe, and a HyperTurtle, I believe.
Oh, me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, HyperTurtle, you've been called out.
Because this ZVZ would be pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure HyperTurtle is higher on the ranking than possibly maybe, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see if that's accurate.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you, players. Great game. So let's get the next set in here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Next up is CrankyToaster versus Reevou.
Okay. Yeah, hello.
Welcome, players. Welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
Are you in game right now?
Yeah. Yes, I'm in game.
Tag?
Hello, I'm in game.
Okay.
Need that.
Are you in the?
The camera's on, I think. Yeah, it's on.
Now the other guys were missing.
Oh.
All right. Well, welcome, players. So yeah, CrankyToast, you played last week in another TVT. Didn't go your way. It was up against Grey Archon. Have you been preparing at all for yet another TVT?
I wish. I was extremely busy with work, so I didn't have time to play this week. Unfortunately.
That's fair. And yeah, we're just waiting on Reevou to get on camera so we can ask you some questions.
Oh. And we need to invite you to party too in game.
Yes. If you're not joined in /join FSL, please join that.
Yeah. And this is on the North American server too, just in case.
joined. Also, can we play on NA East?
Reevou.
Pretty
Yeah,
big.
Yeah, that's fine. We usually do.
I think you guys are both NA
Awesome.
East, actually.
All right.
I'm
Nice.
Europe, actually, so.
Oh, okay.
But East was pretty fine as well.
Yeah, I play on EU all the time. I'm in the Northeast, and I play on EU a fair amount. It's the ping is okay. Yeah, totally playable. So yeah, Reevou is
Why do you
online. I
play
just
on
suggested
EU?
him to party.
Oh, there are a lot of.
Oh wait, I need to on my VPN.
JMPZ is mentioning that he'd also like to take me on.
JMPZ wants to take on HyperTurtle. We got a call out
I
for the
guess.
chat. Okay, love it, love it.
I'm available. I keep a light schedule now.
HyperTurtle, you've been
Okay.
called out 2 times today.
Yeah,
I'm getting
okay.
a little jealous.
Yeah. HyperTurtle's a popular cat.
Well, or caster.
Popular turtle?
And do we have Reevou? Do we have Reevou yet? Can we put him up on the screen?
So I think there's a loss in communication. I'm almost confident that Reevou is not on BDO, and so
What?
I'll,
Yeah,
I have my
Reevou
virtual
is-
camera on
Why don't
this.
we,
On
take a
OBS.
break
Yeah,
and make
Reevu's
sure
in
he's set up?
Discord.
We'll be back. We need to get that.
we'll be
Let's walk him through him.
He's gonna need
Yeah.
a little bit of hand holding there, so let's take a break instead of waiting. We'll be right
there. We
back.
go.
Sounds like a good plan.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
So don't go anywhere.
Very professional, Nacho.
That's how I roll.
So Reevou.
Hey.
Just waiting for the break to conclude. And we are back with Reevou on camera. How you doing, Reevou? How are you doing today?
All's good in the hood.
I love it. So yeah, you're actually a new player, Reevou. I don't think you've played yet.
No, this is my virgin race. Virgin match.
Love that, love that. That's always the most memorable one. Yeah, we've never seen you play. You're playing in a TVT. How do you feel going into this?
pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah?
Like, of course, it's always a bit nervous going to play against such a goated player like CrankyToaster, so it could get pretty troublesome, but I think I'm good to go.
Okay. Well, love the confidence. Well, yeah, why don't we split you guys into your separate lobbies and let's get the show on the road.
All right, let's
good
rock.
luck, have fun.
GLHF players.
All good in the hood. It's like, hey, straight out of Tarsonis, man.
So I'm really curious what amendment CrankyToaster is going to be making to his play after last week in his TVT.
TVT is an interesting one. There's only so many bases you can cover, so it's rough.
Yeah.
I love how both of them, they've got their gamer names, then they've got the names that are in BattleNet, their game tags, for whatever reason. I know CrankyToaster ran out of letters. I'm sure about the others, but yeah, it's actually CrankyToaster, but he ended up 2 letters short, so...
Didn't even realize there was a maximum letter count in SC2.
Oh, yes.
It's really creative names.
Yep. In the lower left, we have our blue Terran, and his name is...
Reevou.
And he is playing for the team of...
SpecialTactics.
Nachos, you want to take this one?
I got it. In the right hand lower corner of this great map, we have in the red Terran, we have none other than
CrankyToaster.
And playing for
PSIOPGaming.
Get it on.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to one of the members of my Barcraft group from back in the day who, went by the game name Universal Hatred. And on BattleNet, he ran out of letters, and it came out Universal Hat. And he just went with that.
Universal Hat.
That's so unfortunate that he couldn't even get the last letter in there.
No,
I
think
cut a letter from Universe. I feel like I would cut a letter from Universe.
Nah, Universal Hat, man. He actually really enjoyed going by that because it was a nice story to tell. As a certain artist once said, happy little accidents,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I feel like all SC2 players, they always have very cool names. It's not like the Xbox Live lobbies where there was several X's just to get that unique username or whatever, or the elite speak with the numbers. No, they're just come up with something original. What is a Cyril? What is a what is a Sue? Who comes up with that?
Oftentimes the players, and yeah, there's certainly a lot of heroes.
Yeah.
My, HyperTurtle was, when StarCraft 1 first came out, I actually was going by Secret Admirer. And I thought that was cute, because maybe as I was finishing someone off, I could say, yep, hearts, or something. It never really went anywhere.
Talking about the game here, it looks like the factory timing is similar for both players. CrankyToaster is in position to block the Reaper Scout. Almost gets the Reaper. The bomb will dissuade that. And
good old grenade.
I'm virtually raising my hand in this game. These guys are mirroring. I don't know if this was a thing, but they had double gas, fully saturated for a little while, and then they cut it down to 2-on-1, to half saturated, right?
Well,
but they both did it. They both did it. Now they're fully saturated.
That's fairly standard.
Okay.
The idea is you get the early gases, you do them fully, then once your factory starts, that's when you pull one off of each.
Right.
Here, the deal. So, with both minerals and gas, you get a full little bonus for every worker you add up to 2/3. After 2/3, each additional on minerals is a little bit less of a bonus per worker. And on gas, it's similar, except, there's no there's no point in adding more than 3 total. So 2 per gas is actually the most optimal per SCV. You still want to have it full because gas is a limited resource.
That's right.
So it's one of those interesting mathematical things that that gets repeated a lot here and there. Anyway.
And I swear, it's like a mirror matchup. I mean, it is a mirror matchup, but more so than that. Their buildings are coming online about the same time. It's so crazy.
Little tweaks here and there. You can tell they're both trying for more or less the same build order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both of them have 1 tank at this point. Reevou did opt to get that earlier Cyclone just in case to dissuade any like earlier air units and stuff like that. Also, like just to have it like slightly more mobile for me. CrankyToast sieges his 2nd tank in the main, playing quite defensively here.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting with the anti-air because Terran, you really want 1 solid anti-air unit. So usually they like to wait on the missile turrets and either have 1 Viking or 1 Cyclone out really early on, just in case of an early drop. But then you get into the era of the Vikings, and you see both of them 2 at a time, but it looks like it's CrankyToaster who's going to be making the first move.
Yeah, and he's pushing out with, it looks like 3 siege tanks, the 3rd one kind of trailing a little far behind. But yeah, he is pushing out with some Vikings here to also gain that air superiority.
And the visibility.
Yep, the visibility as well. Now, Defender's advantage will go to Reevou here. He is also making Vikings here. And this was the key difference that kind of turned the tide in CrankyToast pushes versus Great Archon last week. Can he resupply his army? Can he reinforce his army before it gets overrun?
He actually has a Viking that's just sitting there by the ramp. It's not... So he could have evened things out momentarily. Alright, here we go. Just as the... Okay, siege again.
Very nice moves from CrankyToast, pushing hard and fast with the siege tanks.
Right. So those Vikings, they defend against other Vikings, they give a little bit more vision to the siege tanks that can fire further than they can see, and they also defend the siege tanks against Liberators. Meanwhile, siege tanks just mop the floor with Marines unless there's a real advantage going.
Yep. Yeah, so CrankyToast being very conservative here, he completely reset the tank count briefly for Reevou. He had no tanks on them in play, but didn't take the position up of the ramp.
And if you look at Reevou over, he is just kind of tiptoeing a little group of Marines to see if he can just go where the siege tanks aren't.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to throw CrankyToast off his rhythm here. These are Marines, no stim. Not sure if they have combat shield.
No, you would see if they have combat shields. It's one of those few upgrades that there's actually a little visual indicator for.
Yeah. And CrankyToast just focusing on what's going on in the with his push. The siege he did pull a lot of workers to do with that Marine run by the way.
He did, but I don't think he regrets it. He has that taken care of. Now he can again focus entirely on his little siege tank push, and those Vikings continuing to give just a little bit more vision so the siege tanks can outrange any defenses.
Yeah, CrankyToast needs to understand his position here. He has the position. He can move forward with the siege tanks very aggressively right now. He just needs to pounce and take the opportunity.
Yep.
There we go, evacuating. Those Vikings going straight after the orbital again.
And I love this from CrankyToast. He's still reinforcing and learning from his mistakes from the last game.
Bunch of SCVs racing to repair the orbital. It does survive for now, as a couple of Vikings manage to move forward.
Yeah. Very bad position for Reevou here, being on 1 base. All the SCVs had to re-evacuate, super oversaturated, saturation in the main right now.
And that's as his opponent is floating in orbital to a 3rd.
Yep.
So, CrankyToast, dotting his T's and crossing his I's, man.
Yeah, Reevou's not even able to use that orbital energy because that orbital's not landed right now.
And yeah, that is the little supplement you can do if you don't have enough Vikings for that vision. Just do a little scan right before your siege tanks start firing. He does manage to back that one away safely.
another reinforcement squad is being rallied by CrankyToast. He needs to keep the pressure on right now. He has them where he wants them. Just continue inching forward and he'll have this game.
CrankyToast taking a little bit of a gamble, just floating the orbital over to that walled off base. So that means the siege tanks can't get to it. But, well, I mean, if they get close. Also, the Vikings can land, so...
Yeah.
Just a question of using what you've got.
GG! GG.
He throws in the towel there.
You know, we're talking about show matches, we're talking about call-outs and all that. What I would like to see, who is the best Terran, especially in amongst Reevou, CrankyToaster, Great Archon. I'm going to throw HyperTurtle in there as well, because I know he's a fantastic Terran player.
I don't know about fantastic, but I got the Thor portrait, okay?
There you go. There you go. I know, you're no slouch. That would be for dang sure.
So if I'm being called out for these matches, does the caller also get to decide what race I'm going to be for it?
Oh, I was going to do TBT, who's is like the supreme Terran.
Well, I mean, we have to name Chatomic, right? Like if we're gonna talk about
yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of question on how I do against Chatomic. I'm gonna leave that right
good. He's good.
All right, looks like our players are getting ready. Next map is going to be Maganatha.
Yep, they're GLHFing each other in advance. Don't forget Medic and KJ. I think Medic Jr. actually left. KJ,
he's not in the league.
He's been doing some other league stuff. Some of the ladder legend stuff. I think he's also involved with StarCraft Underground. But basically, he was a little bit too good, so it was hard to find opponents for him, and he understood that. Anyway, in the upper left, we have our blue Terran. His name is
Reevou.
And he represents the team of
SpecialTactics.
And in the bottom right, we have our red Terran player up 1 point, showing us his TBT. His name is
CrankyToaster.
And he is playing for the team of
PSIOPGaming.
And with that said, yes, I noticed there are a couple of SCVs that are not currently mining on their own side of the map, and seem to be getting very close to CrankyToaster's main base.
Yep, barracks goes down.
Hey.
This looks like a Marine proxy. I don't see any gas being mained.
If there's no gas, then yes. I mean, those Marines are going to have a little bit of walking to do if they want to get over to where the natural is, but if they can reach it before the first siege tank is out, that can be very powerful.
Very, yeah. And we're talking about the Medic Jr. being too high. Not without trying. I did try to recruit a Masters 2 Protoss player to try to match up with Medic.
All right. We are actually, one of the gases just got finished for Reevou, and second one almost done as well, so maybe we are going with, well, let's watch and find out.
Yeah, it looks like this is probably going to be two Rax Proxy Reapers.
That's what I'd assume, just based on where they're located. Proxy Supply Depot being thrown into the mix as well.
Yep, just to keep those workers mining in the main base, just try to optimize the mineral income as much as possible. But yeah, two Rax Proxy Reaper could be a good way to throw CrankyToast off of his rhythm here, especially because the Reaper is currently not in position of the main right now.
I want to point out, CrankyToast has not scouted, so he does not know that the bunker isn't where you'd usually expect it to be.
It looks like he has queued the Reaper in the right place, so he will see that this is happening. But does he know the right response to this?
Yep.
I'd guess he knows the basics. We've seen it before in the FSL. You know, if you're looks like he's going to be going, just defending with some Reapers of his own, Hellion backing them up.
Yep.
Very nice. So immediately
that's very nice defense. Yeah.
But Cranky...
The whole...
Go ahead. Yeah.
The whole thing you depend on with a Reaper rush is for the numbers to just keep raising up, and each time you step back for a moment, they all heal. So losing that one Reaper this early on, that's not a good thing.
Oh,
you want to keep preserving them, you want to keep letting them heal themselves, and also you want to do the damage before your opponent has had a chance to tech very far.
Yeah, it looks like Reevou's doubting that this is going to work. He floats one of the barracks up to try to transform it, I suppose, into a scout with the main. Leaves the other one landed, still making some Reapers, but I don't think he's going to commit too hard to this aggression.
He's already taken his natural. That is almost done. So, I think he might have. I think he might have given up on going all in on this a little while ago.
So it looks like CrankyToaster does have his expansion built. He's just not quite transitioned into an orbital or floated it down quite yet.
Nope.
So he does have a plan.
He's still playing safely. As soon as he starts to feel safe, I'd assume that bunker's gonna get salvaged.
Yep, it looks like he's actually scouting the racks again and verified that they have this aggression is over, that the racks has lifted and is flying back to the base.
The supply depot! Not the supply depot!
So all in all, not a lot of economic damage from Reevou here. I think he was hoping for a lot more there. But yeah, CrankyToaster was just in position when those Reapers jumped to the ledge on Maganatha here.
Alright, so we are going to be gradually transitioning to what's going to look a lot more normal. CrankyToaster, I mean, being the first one to get some real aggression going with the tanks and Vikings last time really paid off. Let's see what he can do with the Hellions and the Reapers here. There is nothing defending the natural at the moment.
Yeah, so different from the first game, this map is just so much bigger than the last one. So any reinforcements are just going to take so much longer for CrankyToaster to get over there. So yeah, CrankyToaster just runs into the natural, gets a few SCVs.
We're also seeing just how long it takes to get the barracks back from your enemy's side of the map.
Yeah.
Alright. Just seeing how much damage you can chip in against that orbital.
Yeah, and if anything, he's just denying a lot of mining time right here. Even though that orbital was made on the low ground, it just feels like Reevou hasn't been able to use it for quite a while. To its fullest potential, anyway.
He's really aware of his positioning, too. You see, just by instinct, he's keeping them far enough away from that ramp so they're out of siege tank range.
Yeah, you can basically assume that your opponent's going to have tanks. Oh, a Banshee. I completely missed that.
A Banshee.
For Reevou. It looks like cloaking is not being researched.
No, I think that was just there to clean things up a little. It was just defensive.
Yeah, fair. Now, if he gets the cloaking, that could be a pretty easy way to try to pick off tanks when the push actually does come.
Yeah, he's actually building a reactor, not a tech lab, so I think that was just there to defend against a few things that couldn't fire back. He is putting it across the map, though. Is an attack moving? Yep. Down goes one Hellion.
Nice pickoff.
Yeah, and will the Reaper meet a similar fate? No, it won't. It will escape and heal.
Yeah. Reevou is also setting himself up a little bit better with the +1 attack. He's getting that quite earlier over a CrankyToaster. He does have combat shield. No, he doesn't have combat shield yet. But
CrankyToaster has stem. They're both researching combat shield, with Reevou also researching stem. So I think they're both planning to put a little bit more investment into Marines this time around.
Yeah. So like the +1 attack is nicer for the long term, but yeah, stem and combat shield are just so much better in the early game. And yeah, CrankyToaster starts moving out with his army.
Yep.
And,
echoes the previous one.
Yep.
Now, big thing is, again, he's got a couple Vikings, while his opponent doesn't have any. However, if he can hit some of this, like hit before the tank siege, he's going to be in pretty good shape initially.
Reevou's trying to take a third at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
stem and combat shields are ready for CrankyToaster.
Yeah, CrankyToaster got so much damage on this orbital before it even lifted. This might be a kill on the third base. Oh,
possibly, but looks like they're being drawn over here.
Yeah.
All right, he needs to stem. Well,
okay, a couple of tanks not unsieged. CrankyToaster does land the Vikings just to buffer for the tanks a little, just in case the Marines decide to.
Ow!
Oh, and yeah, more Marines go down. So that third base is being repaired now. It won't go down so long as the Vikings don't move over there and try to snipe it.
Right, and fourth base being built. So, big difference in the previous time. CrankyToaster is falling back now.
Yeah.
So, he was not able to turn that into something game-ending this time around.
Yeah, so Reevou is actually building yet another CC at the line base. Instead of simply landing the third, he's
doing both.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not both?
I feel like Reevou's trying to take a risk here, like leaning into the economy and to see if it pays off for him. If he can get like a huge economic lead, maybe he can just outproduce CrankyToast here. Maybe that's his game plan. But yeah, I feel like CrankyToast maybe just pulled away a little too soon. Like I thought his push was going like decently, some reinforcements there. He could have kept the noise on for Reevou.
Those Vikings were a big advantage for him. If he'd done the same thing as last time, where he let them grant just a little bit further vision, he probably could have made his way through that tank.
Yeah. And it looks like, he still has a very huge Viking lead. So he has to be careful about those Marines. Those Marines could easily make short work of the Vikings. But meanwhile, like CrankyToast's air superiority is just so huge, he can easily snipe what Vikings are left.
Just needs to make sure that those Marines don't get poked and lured into the siege tank fire. He's also having a little bit of trouble with the traffic jam in his main base. I don't think the buildings are blocking them completely, though. It might be that he just wants to defend against a potential drop. Yeah, they're moving out. And again, CrankyToaster decides it's best to just fall back a little bit.
Yep, just fall back, regroup the army, set up another base. Another thing I noticed is like there's very low medevacs. CrankyToast has such an air superiority advantage. At this point, it's time to get like at least a couple medevacs here. Heal up your Marines, because every stim that you do is just going to cost you so much in terms of HP.
I think on both sides you have quite a few Marines that are kind of feeling the needle scars there.
Yeah.
You know, they got the track marks going, I'm afraid. Alright. See, you know, Reevou, this time around, I mean, despite everything, he's been able to kind of play his own game. He had to lift up that third for a little while, but for the most part, CrankyToaster hasn't disrupted him much. And the fact that he's had to transition from that initial Proxy Reaper, despite it not really doing much success for him, he's in a pretty good spot. Pretty even.
I love
Alright,
this
here we go.
From Reevou. Reevou has had some Marines positioned in various locations to check for attack paths. Oh, huge shots from Reevou's tanks on the CrankyToaster's Marines.
Right, and this is where the Vikings can really just allow the tanks to have that tiny advantage and fire first each time.
Oh, even landing a couple Vikings at a time just to get the friendly fire. Very cute move from CrankyToaster. But CrankyToaster has to know that the fourth base is over there and it's a planetary. That should be his goal to cancel the base. He doesn't necessarily have to engage the army here. He should force Reevou to come to him.
Yes, exactly. He does not want to attack while his opponent's siege and he isn't. Yeah. And that's just what happened. Those two siege tanks just went down. No real price to them. And it is so tricky, you know, you gotta be very careful about where you move your Vikings, where you move your Marines, and being careful that the Marines... Oh, nice stim, but still hasn't really finished anything off. You gotta make sure the Marines don't automatically take it upon themselves to just run right in, and we are joined by a couple of Liberators now.
Oh, very good addition by CrankyToaster. I think CrankyToaster is going for the choke position right here, in between all of the bases for the Terran player. Yeah, we've talked about this position before. This is hard to deal with.
Four-way intersection right there.
Yep. Any sort of movement by Reevou's army is going to be met by by these siege tanks. But I worry that these siege tanks are starting to get very naked, very exposed. And where
They
are the
repaired, though.
reinforcements?
Yeah. Where is the air support? Still.
It looks like some stuff is in production, and there's like a few units hanging around the third, which are running to reinforce right now. Reevou has taken the air superiority here.
Reevou also repositioning where his third is. He's just floating it over along with a bunch of the workers.
Yep.
And that's a nice little trick you can do as Terran.
Yep. CrankyToaster is taking the opportunity to expand behind this. He's not forgetting his building up his economy. So by no means is this all in for CrankyToast. But yeah, Reevou has completely taken over the air superiority here.
Taking over air control. Now if he can just add a Liberator or two,
yeah,
he can actually clean this up pretty easily now. And there is a Liberator in production for Reevou.
So checking the rally point, CrankyToast has actually rallied all his buildings towards the front.
Right.
So I think he solved his rally problem. As long as there's stuff in the production tab right now, they will be there.
Reevou taking the corner base. So he is working on just making sure that this doesn't interfere with his economy. Alright, there's a Liberator for him. If he can just very carefully position all of this and, you know, repair those Vikings though. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, CVs that CrankyToast pulled away from the army. They just scouted the hidden base, the hidden 5th base location. That's just an orbital. Any amount of Marines will shut that down right now.
True. Oh, the Liberator, too far out. It's such delicate little movements you have to do. You know, each of your units has to stay within support of the other unit.
Yeah.
And there we go.
CrankyToast getting a few more tanks with this tank repositions. Great move by CrankyToast. I would love to see one of the Vikings just give him vision over that planetary to start denying mining for that base. Or to siege one of the tanks a little bit closer to it, start hitting that mineral line. Those Marines don't need to go down for no reason. Okay, CrankyToast realizes it. He's repositioning some of the tanks. And he's basically saying, like, hey, if you want to deal with this, come to me, Reevou.
Yep, corner base gradually being damaged down too.
Yeah. Oh, before the planetary goes down. Before it goes up, I mean. It goes up.
Yeah.
Semantics.
CrankyToaster, meanwhile, is just trying to take every other available spot.
Is this planetary going to win? Okay, it's on fire. It's gonna burn.
Well, it's out of range of the tanks, so all he's doing right now is spending money. It's not doing any damage to the attacking army. Oh, you mean down in the lower left? Yeah, the tank
that
won,
planetary's about to burn down. But it did clear up all the Marines.
No.
Oh, a bunch of workers were heading down there to try to repair it, but now they're stopped in their tracks. The repair got cancelled.
In the meantime, a bunch of CrankyToaster's units ended up getting lured in.
Yeah, a bunch of Marines going down.
The Marines, they get overzealous. If just one unit gets attacked, a bunch of the nearby Marines will just automatically charge in. And it is such a headache in these tank versus tank siege battles. Oh, bunch of Vikings now.
Yep, a bunch of Vikings being hidden in the back and now showing their hand. Completely wrestles the air superiority back from CrankyToast. Oh, and the Marines are charging in, but taking huge losses for their troubles. So these Marines are 3-3 right now. So like 3-3 Marines actually can take quite a few shots from tanks. So if CrankyToast has this micro.
Nope. Oh, ow.
Oh yeah, this is not great from Reevou, just losing a couple of Vikings for free. A bunch of units settled at the top of the ramp right now for Reevou.
Right now, CrankyToast, I mean, even though he keeps failing to move any closer than he already has, he's just got such an advantage as far as the income goes.
Yeah. A lot more things
twice
on the
workers.
tab. If you just take a look at the production tab, it's just so much longer for CrankyToast at this point.
He got the money. He got the money, man. He's got enough minerals that he can put them in his vault and swim in it.
Yeah, just like Scrooge McDuck.
Yes, that was what I was implying.
You know, they remade that show. They remade DuckTales.
They remade it very well. They had David Tennant from Doctor Who as the new voice of Scrooge. It was fantastic.
seen it, but yeah, I did watch the old one.
I'd recommend checking it out.
Okay, so Reevou does clear the forward position. CrankyToast decides to evacuate it and go towards the outer expansions. He knows he has the economic lead here, and he can press it. Meanwhile, Reevou has that one army left, and as soon as that army is dealt with, it's lights out.
Yeah, that's almost... He's barely got any mining going now. Well, his opponent has just about the entire right side of the map.
Yeah. Oh, CrankyToast a little late on the siege up, and there's only a couple tanks here. Meanwhile, Reevou has so many more tanks. CrankyToaster does try to split a little bit versus these tanks, but there's just so many of them. All the Marines go down.
Reevou actually has the army advantage right now, so if he is able to just take this moment, position himself properly, but it's a long shot.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy for him to actually make his way all the way to the production. Look at command centers just piling up.
Command center galore. CrankyToast is shaping up for the Terran late game where they get the map hacks by scanning every like 0.2 seconds.
It's the old I've got more command centers than you've got tanks strategy.
Yeah. Might even start throwing down mules to mine from his opponent's side of the map. So I don't love this from CrankyToast. He's trickling his army in right now. So whatever production he's getting, it's just constantly getting reset. Okay, the Vikings do land here, which is a nice move. Causes a lot of...
Landed Vikings versus landed Vikings, man. They both get bonuses against each other.
But whoever pushes into the tanks instantly loses at this point, and I don't think Reevou has enough behind this. Like, it's this army and it's over.
I remember, I think it was War Bunnies calling, saying, you know, you gotta keep the World War I history in mind. You do not want to just keep sending your guys into the trench fire.
That is true, that is true. TVT is definitely the most World War I matchup I've ever seen.
Boy. Yeah, so that was his big attempt. He no longer has the army advantage anymore, so...
Yeah.
And CrankyToast fully maxed out now.
Yeah, CrankyToast is wrestling map control right now. There's only a few more...
No, come on, crush the Xel'Naga. I want to see you crush the Xel'Naga watchtower. You disappoint me at every turn.
Yeah, it's always like, do you crush the Xel'Naga watchtower, or do you leave a worker there and keep mine from the gold? Yeah, I don't know.
You know, it's something you transition along, but you know, you got to have enough firepower to crush it and then clean up the debris. Then, yeah. Anyway,
looks like there's a skirmish in the middle of the map here. CrankyToast army pushing out yet again against a few Marines from Reevou.
That's almost all he's got.
Yeah. As War Bunnies would say, this is all over but the
GGWP.
Oh, what a wild game! Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
You got your siege tank contains in a pretty good spot. Definitely a lot more game clutch in the first time. Second time, you know, you weren't really able to move forward, but you were still able to keep the damage going.
Yeah.
Just classic Terran versus Terran.
CrankyToast, I feel like you definitely learned from your mistakes from the last TVT. You reinforced your front line. You were able to deal with some multi-prong that came out from your opponent. Although kind of creatively, you did chase him, a pack of Marines down all the way to the middle of the map with some SCVs. We did see that.
Did? I don't remember that.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
But it worked. It worked out for you. Yeah, how did you feel about those games?
The second game, I didn't notice the hidden bases until I was trying to take the corner base, and he was there already.
There were a lot of hidden bases.
I felt good about the contain. I didn't push too hard. I actually remembered, because my sister, she was watching the stream last time, and apparently people in chat were blaming me that I was not building Liberators, so I tried to build Liberators. That did not work, because I lost the Viking lead. I just think just crawling tanks up is good enough for me, honestly. The libs...
Yeah.
I felt like stopped the momentum because I lost air control, and then I couldn't like squeeze the tanks in a little bit at a time. I did learn from Great Archon to keep the Marines behind and hold position them. I just kind of kept them behind as reserve. They still ran forward and died several times though, and then I just mass expanded behind it. the harass, I should have built more turrets because I had to F2 to clean them up. That was pretty bad from me, but I had too much money and too much stuff at the end. The fight was so bad. I got wiped. I had to make Marines. I thought it'd be a repeat of last time's game too, where I lose my entire army. This time I build enough production and pray to God I had enough. But I almost lost there, besieged in my guts again. Holy crap.
Yeah,
that got me really scared. Holy
Game
moly.
2 was definitely a lot more back and forth. So yeah, Reevou, you started out with a proxy Reaper, trying to get an edge. What were your thoughts going into that game and as it played out?
I mean, you don't scout at all your proxies, Cranky. That's what I was trying to abuse, but you were pretty prepared,
Yeah, you
prepared for a
don't.
proxy.
Yep,
So, I
his
can't
first
use that.
Reaper.
Sorry,
His first
go on.
Reaper scouted all like the likely proxy locations. Yeah, and
Okay, so we do have to start getting ready for the next match, though. We're a little bit behind schedule,
Oh.
as Terran versus Terran tends to cause. But yep, very well done.
Well played. Had a lot of fun.
Well
Good
played.
game.
yeah.
GG.
All right, and it looks like we have our next set of players in voice. Next set is judgefae versus JMPZ.
All right, good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
All right, so it looks like we have players on camera. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. So how are you guys feeling going into this match? Let's start with judgefae, our newer player.
Feeling good. Just been watching the stream and out the good vibes.
How do you feel about your ZVZ?
I think it's adequate. I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's bad. Most players at my level, when they see it's Zerg versus Zerg, they just leave. But I play them out.
Okay, that's fair. And JMPZ, same question. Have you been doing a lot of prep here?
I pretty much prepped more for the 2v2, but the ladder, I just play ladder. And like he said, it's hard to get Zerg versus Zerg on the ladder because 80% of people leave instantly.
Yeah,
it has definitely helped with my achievement hunting, I will tell you that.
Yeah, something
Sure.
about mirror matchups just means your win rate gets a little inflated. But yeah, we are a little behind schedule here, so why don't we just divide you guys up and head into this game?
Good luck.
You're both ready. All right.
So,
So
I
from
think-
one mirror match to the next right now.
yeah, into ZVZ, and then after this, the 2v2 is a ZZVZZ, unless someone decides to off race.
Well, we shall definitely see. We are going to Old Republic this time.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to point out, PSIOPGaming is up 5-1, so yeah, if SpecialTactics is going to turn this around, we got to turn it around soon.
Yeah, so well, why don't we introduce these
In
players, and then we'll talk
the
about
upper right, we have our blue Zerg and
judgefae.
playing for the team of
SpecialTactics.
And in the bottom right, we have the red Zerg player. His name is
JMPZ.
and he's playing for the team of
PSIOPGaming.
Zerg games can go in a lot of directions. So much just comes down to the early tech choices and the early scouting. It's such a strange matchup too, in that you got both players able to take advantage of the speed boost from the same creep. That's something I always find kind of interesting. You got to be a lot more choosy about where you put your creep if you don't want your opponent to benefit from it as well.
Yeah, that is true. If you're playing defensive, it's a lot more important to connect your bases with creep. Whereas if you're playing offensive, you want to start making a creep highway towards your attack, like that follows the attack path. There's a lot of considerations here. Me personally, I definitely put less emphasis on spreading creep in a ZVZ. I definitely have fewer queens in general when I play the matchup. Yeah, like just eventually spreading creep in the right directions just to have the vision. Always pretty good.
Yep. And then, yeah, the eternal issues with the rock, scissors, paper not really being as rock, scissors, paper-ish, where, yeah, Banelings are a very strong counter to Lings. Roaches are a pretty strong counter to both Lings and Banes. Then there's also, like, the question of whether someone wants to be sneaky, switch around to Mutalisk, let's say. So much of it just comes down to who gets the right tech at the right time. Alright. Getting to speed for JudgeFae, but not for JMPZ just yet.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a bit of a mistake. It looks like he's 20 gas extra. 100 gas... 100 gas is all he needs for the speed, but it hasn't quite started yet. In ZVZ, speed is just such an important upgrade. Forgetting it, like even for just like a few seconds, you could be caught in a situation where your opponent's Lings have speed and you don't. And yeah, you just take so much more damage from your opponent's Lings. You can't retreat. You just have to take the fight where you don't want to take it sometimes.
Here we go. So he's sending them in, but his opponent already has decent number. Not to mention a Baneling nest on the way.
Yeah, seems like all in all, like just using his gas a little bit better, and speed finally gets started for JMPZ. Yeah, so yeah, and he throws down the Baneling nest as well. I think he recognizes that without speed, his only chance to hold off Lings this early on is going to be through Banelings.
Right. And of course, Zergling Speed, another one of those deals where you actually get to see a visual change in them. They get those little wings that don't let them fly, but yeah, as you see, really speed them up, and it is such an interesting visual if you're looking at the Lings just as that upgrade completes.
Yeah, it looks like JMPZ is looking to turn on the pressure here. 10 more Lings are in production to meet up with these Lings and Banelings at the front.
Right, Baneling's just about to finish morphing.
So one other thing that you could also do here, just rely on Queens as well for the defense. Queens actually have pretty consistent DPS versus Lings because they don't have a lot of HP. They'll kill Lings pretty quickly, they'll kill Banelings pretty quickly, but if they get surrounded by Lings, that's when you have problems.
Ow.
Oh my god, the huge...
11.
That's a candidate for play of the game. That was 11 workers that went down in an instant.
Play of the game. Yeah, that is not something you want to happen that early on. The drone count is so important when you're playing a Zerg.
So, keeping in mind the score here for between the two teams, 5 for PSIOPGaming and 1 for SpecialTactics. That would mean that from this point on, SpecialTactics has to win every game in this set and the team games to make it to an ace match.
Oh, wow. Alright, JudgeFae. No pressure. I mean, this is a pretty good start here, so we will see quite a few Banelings on JMPZ's side, though. But just generally, I mean, you got to give it to JMPZ. The worker count is still fairly close. Yeah, just evened out now. So it got straight with the drone hammering right away. All right, here's where a lot of just little control mistakes can.
Great move from JMPZ. They're pulling back his units behind the Queens and letting JudgeFae detonate on the Queens.
Right. You know, the Banelings being such a unique unit in that they're happy to kill themselves. So you just want to make sure that when they lay down their lives, they take as many other units down with them as possible. You do not want a Baneling to only kill one Zergling, nor do you want your Banelings to all crash against just one unit that will survive all of it because they don't have the light tag.
Yeah.
And we
so
are
Aspire
going
is on the way. Yeah, for JudgeFae. This is another great way to throw your opponent off the rhythm. It looks like there's no spore crawlers made for JMPZ just yet, so I'm not even sure if he's he has an idea of what's coming. Usually the tell for this in a ZVZ is like, okay, you haven't seen a ton of roaches at this stage of the game. Like, what are you putting your tech into? Why are you
Your
still
gas
on
into.
lings? Yeah. What are you putting your gas into? Like, why do you only have lings, only a few banelings? Like, what's going on? And usually the tell here is either Spire or the Swarm Hosts. Swarm Hosts is even weirder, but...
And yeah, props to Nachos for all the bot banning he's doing. Honestly, I'm finding it entertaining enough when these bots are, just throwing in these generic StarCraft or esports phrases, and then our bot Matheson is trying to respond to them. It's like, when bots sit down over a cup of coffee.
Yeah, bot meet bot, the dead internet theory. Yeah. So it looks like the first few mutas are out on the map. Looks like we only have 4 of them so
block for a little bit. Yeah, both of them kind of staying on their side for now. Okay, here come the mutas. They are going to see what they can get done. Over on the left side, there is not a spore crawler there.
There is not, but
still, that's not a lot of mutas.
Looks like we have 4 queens from JMPZ, so he could pull the queens to help defend this. There's only 4 mutas right now, 5 more in production. So yeah, he has to know what's up here. He's throwing down some spore crawlers in various places. And it looks like it's going to be more commitment into the Ling Bane muta style. judgefae is researching +1 melee.
Whoa, here we come.
Oh.
Mutas do heal faster than other Zerg units. Not quite at like Reaper rage, but yeah, if you can get them back out of combat, if they can survive and then add more damage, then that was a powerful one. And now we got the Hydralisks to try to stave off these Mutalisks.
Yeah. You have to be so careful as the Hydralisk player that you don't stray too far away from your Spore Crawlers. Ideally, yeah, retreating back to the rest of his Hydralisk here. Great move. And cleans up the rest of the mutas.
Yep, just 1 muta left for judgefae.
Yeah.
And at the moment, JMPZ taking a supply lead.
Yeah, and he's taking the opportunity to push. He wants to deal some damage on the other side of the map. He did get a base sniped. His forward 4th base was either cancelled or killed. And yeah, now it looks like JMPZ is looking to do the same on the other side.
judgefae not having a whole lot that does a ton of damage against roaches. And if you have the roaches in front of the Hydralisks, as they kind of naturally group due to their range differences, yeah, the roaches end up absorbing a lot of the shots. So this is a very difficult position. I mean, roaches can't fire back at Mutalisks, but it takes Mutalisks forever to destroy a handful of roaches.
So I wouldn't even worry about the roaches, HyperTurtle. judgefae does have Baneling speed. So the Ling Bane player needs to crash the Banelings right into the Hydralisks, but there aren't a lot of Banelings being wolfed right now.
No, these Mutalisks are just dying almost.
And we got the GG, looks like PSIOPGaming takes the weekend.
Takes the number 6.
Yeah. 6, but no, is it maybe a 7? Maybe a 7.
We'll see where it ends up. We're gonna, we're not done fighting. Gotta get a little bit of retribution as we can. Next map is going to be on Post Youth.
Yeah. And we'll try to get in as many of the games as possible. We do have a hard stop of 3 p.m. this weekend. But yeah. See what these players
that's 3 p.m. Eastern time, so... Okay, my daughter will appreciate that. She was complaining about how long it took me to come out and entertain her last weekend.
But yeah, like, a huge lead from judgefae with the Banelings at the beginning that killed 11 workers. But yeah, just couldn't translate that to like a commanding position for the rest of the game. I wonder what kind of tweaks he could have made there to steer the game in his favor.
Well, I mean, there were some good ideas, and like I said, there was a pretty quick at catching up as far as the worker count went.
Yeah.
I think the mutas, just sending only 4 of them initially, they weren't able to do enough damage. They had to spend so much time taking out 1 queen. I liked the idea of following up with the way that was followed up. Anyway, in the lower left, we have the purple Zerg, known as
judgefae.
Representing the team of
SpecialTactics.
And in the top right, we have our red Zerg player up 1 point in this best of 2 series. His name is
JMPZ.
And he is playing for the team of
PSIOPGaming.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you, HyperTurtle. In that last game, like showing your hand with only 4 Mutalisk, that did take a while to kill the queen, instead of really getting a lot of like economic damage by like going in hard and fast,
Right.
surprising, killing even more workers.
Without the spore crawlers, if they had just been focusing units down and then just jumping back and just gliding back and forth between the 2 bases.
Yeah. And then I think what the death kill, really, the biggest mistake was JMPZ backed up with his Hydralisks, and the Mutas happily went into a bunch of reinforcing Hydralisk, and he lost all of his momentum. After that, judgefae was just trying to rebuild his Muta count. He could have tried to put the gas into Banelings to solve for the Hydralisks, but what are you going to do about the Roaches if you don't have anything in the sky to clean up the Roaches? I mean, enough Lings might have been able to do it if you got like a really good surround. Yeah.
I mean, big thing would have been making sure the Banelings could actually get around the Roaches to the Hydralisks.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you gotta fight through
tricky
those
position.
Banelings and get right on top of those squishy units.
Alright, very different style of map here, as a few of our chatters have taken note. You got the two base main with some gold mineral patches sprinkled in, and like 2 entrances with one of them blocked by, tiny minerals.
Yeah.
Reduced minerals? I forget what the official map editor term is, but yeah.
Yeah, just that mineral wall, I think. I've seen some cheeses where like someone will bring their Lings and then like a drone and just to mine out those mineral patches and make it into your base. Very, very strange map for that reason. But yeah, judgefae electing to take the lower base just to solidify his position on the lower ground. The base in the main is an easier base to take. You can always save that for later. It is a gold, like there are some gold minerals there, so it is tempting to grab. But yeah,
it's an interesting one because it's a very safe expansion, kind of like Celestial Enclave, except way more profitable.
Exactly. Yeah. You always have to consider these things, like how much you're getting, and like what you're giving up in the later stages of the game by taking it.
I will say that a Zerg getting an early mineral infusion is a pretty powerful thing if you can get it.
Yeah, but do you have enough larvae to spend those minerals? All right, so
I don't know if I do.
In with a few links here. His speed is roughly 3/4 of the way done. Attacking into a queen versus the Lings and drones. Not the best engagement there. He does get a couple of drones for his trouble. But yeah, the queen is a bit of a meat shield right here. The drones are pulled yet again. Another drone goes down, so three drones killed in total. And a spine crawler is being set up. A spine crawler is being set up. He wants to be extra safe versus this. So JMPZ takes the opportunity to build 6 more drones to establish a. He's going to be establishing a solid drone lead right here.
Yep, heading home.
Yep. Forces a overreaction from his opponent in the form of a spine crawler and a very early roach warren. For a Baneling nest even, I believe. Oh no, there's a Bane list for JMPZ. judgefae doesn't have a Baneling nest.
Alright, well, we'll see if the roaches come out in time then.
Yeah.
And we are seeing a little bit of damage done. At the very least, a little bit of scouting anyway.
Yeah. I know, speaking to JMPZ earlier, he wasn't too confident about his Ling Bane control. And it seems like both of these players not staying in the Ling Bane stages for too long.
I mean, even updating his name to JMPZ is bad. So there.
Oh, was that an update? It wasn't that in the before.
Well, he wasn't playing last season, but he was playing the season before that.
Well, I guess no one on the ladder can get mad at him if they lose to a bad player. You know, that's on them.
Exactly. It's the Artosis excuse. It's like he was a terrible player. He's just like, well, yeah, I mean, it's in my name.
Yeah, Artosis' meltdowns on stream are for someone who's so professional on like the casting stage. Visiting Artosis' stream is such a fever, like it's like a fever dream. It's like, what is going on?
Yes, I love the old, Artosis Loves StarCraft video where it alternated between his interviews about StarCraft and his stream. But yeah, I don't know. It's the kind of stream I'm hoping that mine doesn't become, because I do feel a lot happier casting than I do playing most of the time. But do I want everyone to know that? Maybe it would help my viewership if they actually got to see how tilted I can be. But I don't know. We'll find out. All right, getting us around there. Oh, but look at these roaches.
The queens retreat right to the roaches, so it looks like they'll be fine. And JMPZ even takes the gold base. So it feels like JMPZ has been. Well,
no,
the drone counts have been. judgefae takes the gold base. It looks like the drone counts have been. I've been trying to keep track of them, but it looks like there was a lead for judgefae, then there wasn't, and now there might be.
judgefae definitely. I mean, JMPZ bit of an army and economical lead. It's so interesting. I know last week we were talking a lot about accidentally casting for Sergeant SCV.
Yeah.
now we've got Judge MPZ to tend with.
I think what's hard for me is any acronym. Honestly, any acronym. It's like, wait, hold on. How do I say the name?
Fair enough. You gotta be careful. If your name matches up too much with your opponents, you end up with sort of a shipping name.
I guess, like, for me, the most similar name would be Neutrophil. I don't know anyone else who starts with a. Oh, I guess Nate, but he's not playing this.
NukLeo.
Yep. NukLeo, yeah, our Archon name.
I mean, sometimes I think one time I was honestly thinking of him as like Neutosis. Or Neutrosis. I don't know. It's fun stuff. I'm happy enough to have a name that isn't easy to blend in with anyone else's. So Hydralisk Den just completed there. Got the Infestation Pit just about to complete for JMPZ. We're gonna have to see where the tech goes. I know Hydralisk Lurker is definitely very popular in this match. And judgefae just kind of defending the high ground, but with a lot less army supply going. So you have to be very careful.
This matchup is kind of interesting because if you rush too far in terms of tech, you just get overrun by lower tech units. Like
exactly.
A lot of the pros will never skip a Baneling nest for that reason. It's like if you try to go straight to roaches, a good Ling Flood can bust down your wall. Yep. The Banelings can crash into several of your Lings, several of your drones. And you're just not having a good time. Even roaches, if you try to get them out, like the Lings will just surround them and kill them very quickly.
If they outnumber them enough.
Exactly. Like, this is a matchup where you have to be very careful how much you're droning, and also how much investments you're making into tech. So that all being said, a player who goes Lurker very quickly quite often loses to a player that goes Roach Ravager and stays on it.
Oh, ouch. He ended up walking into his own biles a little bit. But yeah, I actually very recently won a match where my opponent was going Lurker well ahead of me, but I had so many that I was able to just, kill them, then fall back each time he burrowed, and then by the time he actually was on my side of the map, I had detection. Oh, and again, the victim of his own biles.
Yeah, the Ravager bile is also pretty tricky. So JMPZ has the better Archon, better army supply. Great bile connections there. judgefae is a little late on the pullback for the biles. JMPZ dodges.
Just repeatedly getting a much better arc. Just taking better advantage of those little choke points.
Yeah,
and he's got the Hydras behind him.
Exactly. And now in this position, judgefae's buildings are working against him even. Very good connections for judgefae with the Ravagers, but it's just he's being smothered right here. a solid flank from judgefae, coming in around the back to kill like the more expensive units like the Hydras and the Ravagers. But yeah, this is just, I think this is critical mass.
JMPZ just kind of going from hatchery to hatchery. And again, we ended up with a hatchery that just had a sliver of life left, and then finally got noticed again.
Yeah, looks like judgefae is going with a Link counterattack, just to try to create some noise on the opponent's side of the map. But yeah, there's just like a sledgehammer, like a wrecking ball that is heading towards his main right now. Getting a little distracted, tracking down these Ravagers, but
does have a lot in the bank, but yeah, he has to get those hurried out.
Exactly, yeah. I noticed that a while ago. He was floating about 1,000 minerals. That 1,000 minerals could have easily been more army supply if he had the larva for it. Larva in the supply. And a couple of spine crawlers going down. And, yeah, looks like this game will be over shortly.
Yeah, and looks like there's some conversation about, obviously we're still going to do the 2v2s, but whether we want to, yep, GG.
And we have the GG. Welcome back, players.
Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, why don't you give us some quick thoughts about the games, judgefae? I feel like you got yourself like a solid lead with the Ling Bane, but yeah, you kind of got overran in terms of the army supply in both games. What was going through your thoughts?
So I know I'm not the best at like macro, and my power is like just building up that macro and getting the bases and stuff. So when that first game I lost all my Mutalisk for no reason, and I think I would have won if I kept them alive or just pulled them away.
Yeah,
the second game I just kind of... This was such a weird map that I felt like I needed to try to go for those gold mining, and then I just had too much money and nothing to spend it on.
Yeah. And JMPZ, what were your thoughts during that game? At one point you lost 11 workers at your natural when all the banelings killed every single worker in an instant.
Yeah.
What was your reaction then?
I knew I was behind that game, so I didn't make spore crawlers for once. Usually in ZVZ I try to scout the spire, but I was so far behind that my scouting was terrible. So I know he had a lead in game one. And yeah, I'm shocked I was able to, I guess, get back in it. But like he said, I think him losing those Mutalisks gave me the chance that I needed in that game. I think if he had those Mutas left, he probably would have won game one.
Yeah, we think so as well. Those were the conclusions that we drew as well. But yeah, thank you, players. We're running a little behind on schedule,
yeah, GG's,
so
man.
if we're transitioning into the team game, I think we'll have to do it quickly.
Are we doing it quickly, or are we just going to wait on the replays? I'm a little bit fuzzy on that.
It looks like we'll have time for one team game.
We can do one, alright.
Alright.
Okay, well, let's get right to it then.
We'll actually be bringing JMPZ back because he is actually my teammate for this 2v2.
I just kicked him.
Oh. It's alright, I know you wanted to kick me. But while we got me here, I guess, I would like to do a show match against HyperTurtle, random v random. I like playing other random players, and I think that'd be a fun one.
HyperTurtle, you're a popular one today.
Yeah.
They see me talk a lot. They don't get to see me play a lot. But when they do see me play, I think it occurs to them, hey, I could beat this Joker.
Nah, it's more that you play random, and I like to play random when I'm bored of Zerg as well. So we're kind of the same in that category. So I would like to play a random v random against you.
Sure. There's a lot more adapting that goes on there. And all right, let me make sure we've got everyone. Greeempire, SCVSir, and then. Well, I mean, the NukLeo as well, so...
Alright, so, yeah, we'll just try to play one of these
games.
Yeah,
we might not have time for both.
I know Sergeant ABC, or sorry, there I go again. SCVSir is here, and he's been waiting to play. So we should try to get a game in for him. Me as well, and Greeempire as well. Sorry, better bunnies today.
Build a better bunny.
I got my test FSL shirt on too, so.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I think someone still needs to join.
Oh, it's probably me. Sorry.
You are watching FSL.
And yeah, first map is going to be on Crimson Research Lab.
Alright, got my Minnesota Barcraft buddies fighting for my honor.
It's nice to have some cheerleaders in the chat.
It always is, and Greeempire, it never fails. So he was very quick to tell me, no, it was close,
There's going to be a lot of bugs on this map. Oh, you pink.
You can change. You can change around. I don't know.
Yeah, you can change around.
I'm going to separate you though, because we do have to keep it moving.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. NukLeo's going Terran. I thought he was going to go. Oh, there we go.
Zerg.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't.
we're on the wrong channels.
Oh, yes. Oh, SCVSir needs to jump too. Let me get him.
Thank you.
Welcome. I got you. There we go. wait.
Yeah, it all got corrected. They're in the right channels now.
Yeah.
So ZVZ, we are going to see how much or how little creep we end up seeing here. All right. In the lower right, we have our pink Zerg. He is his teammate, the Zerg wearing the purple. He is
SCVSir.
Good to go, sir.
And they together represent the team of
SpecialTactics.
All right. In the upper left hand, the far left hand corner for the red Zerg, we have none other than
NukLeo.
And his partner. In the baby blue Zerg. And they play for.
JMPZ.
There's a distinct possibility that I feel like when you go all Zergs in a 2v2, I think you can get like a 5-minute, cheese fest going on and ends the game in 5 minutes, maybe? Am I wrong?
Well, Greeempire is not above just flooding his opponent with lings straight out of the gate. And I know ScVSir is a strong student of his. I don't know, it's so interesting. ZVZ, some people like to call it the knife fight in the phone booth. This is like the fraternity hazing, where you're trying to stuff as many knife fighters into this phone booth at once as possible.
Now, when did NukLeo get his pull out? Because his pull, everybody else is on the same pull timing. NukLeo has gotten his out and is already working on link speed.
Yep. So I would say that the PSIOPGaming team is probably looking for a little bit more early aggression. It all depends. I mean, sometimes the early pool is more just to defend in case both your opponents went early pool.
But we do
see what he does.
Yeah, and we do see SCVSir bringing out the Baneling again. Is that aggression or defense? We're about to find out.
It can go both ways. They say the greatest offense is a good defense, and then the same guys say the greatest defense is a good offense, and then you grab those guys by the collar and you're like, well, then which is it? Ah!
Yes.
It does look like NukLeo is the one. Well, I mean, I say that, but Greeempire's lings are kind of being chased around the other side of the map too. We are seeing a lot of visitors to enemy territory here.
And NukLeo, I mean, he has 16 lings. Speed is about to come online. Oh my gosh. He has 4 more coming. This is crazy.
And just look at everyone, you know, SCVSir has a Baneling nest, everyone else has a Baneling nest in production, so we can get a very good idea about where this is going, and it's going to be on a knife's edge. So much can instantly turn around off one good Baneling hit.
Yep.
It is so tricky to control. The idea is you want to get your lings... You want your Banelings to not do that. You want your lings to be on the opposite side of their lings to keep them in place, and then try to, you know, just crawl that Baneling up to them. Greeempire very quick to start the third going again. And just the reflexes on Greeempire. He plays so much of this. You saw him just kind of inch up the ramp a tiny bit and then immediately turn around.
That's right.
Well, he still wants this, though. He's just
He's
breaking off a couple links here and there.
Yeah, just keeping the pressure on. Yeah.
So here come SCVSir's Banelings. Yeah, that... I love how Banelings a lot of the time can just end up canceling each other out. It's like, ha! I killed all your Banelings by making my Banelings die.
Everything balanced as well it should be.
Oh yeah, you know, you didn't have that, you know, StarCraft 1 you had Scourge as the big self-destruct units. You also had Infested Terran, fair enough, but those guys didn't usually show up, and definitely not in the ZVZ match. Oh, ow.
Oh.
Lot of lime Kool-Aid being spilled all over.
Or 1 out for the homies.
Yep. Let me tell you, that Mountain Dew has a high acid concentration. Anyone will tell you. Greeempire just doing a really good job, just eking, you know, as much value as possible out of every Bane, every Ling he can. And look at, oh, JMPZ noticing those Banelings just in time. Hey, definitely softened up quite a few. But SCVSir, meanwhile, attacking NukLeo's natural. So as we expected, this early game, a lot of constant action going on. However, SpecialTactics has been doing a great job making sure that action is on the enemy's side of the map.
Just keeping their foot on the gas.
Nice queen positioning, just making sure that the queen is covering a spot that the Banelings can't squeeze between. Greeempire is now starting to start his Roach Warren, but JMPZ already has 7 Roaches in production. The tech switches and when to do them is just such a vital part of this matchup. Alright, here we go. Got some more Banes just crawling their way up. But you got the Roaches there to greet them. They do manage to soften up even more. Damage done on the Queens, but they managed to transfuse each other. So I think not special ops. What ops?
PSIOPs.
PSIOPs. Yeah, now we're getting to the team names. Is it Special Ops with SciTactics, or is it...
PSIOPTactics?
Yeah. Just less and less the Lings can do against that Roach-Bane combination. But SCVSir hasn't given up. He's morphing even more. Yep, gives up on that. All right. I say he hasn't given up just as he gives up on that, so... I think we're at the point of the game where now they're going to kind of be looking at their economy for a moment, seeing if they can start teching up. Both teams have 1 player with 3 bases, 1 player with 2 right now.
That is nuts. The players have done a really excellent job. I mean, I'm going to give it up for NukLeo and JMPZ just holding the freaking line. A lot of times when you're getting facing that aggression, your goal is not to die.
Right. NukLeo kind of behind everyone else's supply at the moment. But yeah, right in the middle of the map, we are having another clash. Trying to stutter step those roaches around, but there's lings in the way. There we go. SCVSir just making his way back home. Ling's trying to step in. Alright. Everyone from both teams is sort of making their way towards SCV's third now. And JMPZ's roaches just kind of getting softened up a little bit before Greeempire steps in with his. JMPZ past the 100 supply mark right now.
Yeah, Greeempire's not far off that mark either.
None of the attack or carapace upgrades have completed just yet, but some of them are moving along. And yeah, this ramp here, this high ground between the two ramps, I mean, that's an important place to hold in this match, on this map. Just a place where you can just kind of take a stand right in the middle, in a very defensible spot. Everyone's at their 3 bases now. Greeempire and SCVSir are just moving a lot of roaches in right now.
And Greeempire's roaches are the only ones with fast roach, so I thought he just timed it just right.
Yeah, that only recently completed.
Yep.
All about the positioning here. Greeempire and SCVSir just gradually making their way through that line of roaches.
Just right, you can knock that down pretty quick.
He can, but he wants to take the roaches out first.
There you go.
And you want to talk about colors that blend together a lot.
They're color coordinated? A little bit?
They're blended. I wouldn't call that coordinated. But yeah, I don't know how blue ended up being the color where 2 shades are available by default.
Yes, I know.
I know someone was calling that baby blue. The official term on the selection is light blue, but it's you know.
It may not be baby enough.
Well, you know, so many of these Zerg units are babies. They only just hatched.
They haven't had their first birthday cake. Aww.
Oh, man. Much less ate it, too. Alright, going heavy in the Roach Wars. JMPZ, who's kind of making the big investment to get some Ravagers into the mix, and that served him really well in his 1v1 matchup before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Greeempire throwing down some biles himself. Didn't really hit anything. JMPZ's got the Hydras going now. And again, we saw him having a lot of success with that Hydra Roach army before.
Oh yeah.
NukLeo is still really struggling to catch up. He has to keep sacrificing units to defend here. And yep, it is the Lurker down for JMPZ. And Greeempire chewing through that barrier and seeing if he can just hit that JMPZ expansion. Not a lot to defend here, and he's also at the same time sending lings into JMPZ's main mineral line. More and more clashes going on. SCVSir moving the pink roaches in. Hatchery did go down, so this is a very good spot for the SpecialTactics. Just damage being done every part of their territory.
I'm going to tell you, HyperTurtle, your matchup with RevenantRage, the second game, that stands as the game of the week. But I think this matchup is not that far behind. This was excellent matchup, and those are the GGs right there.
Yeah, we are having some very interesting gameplay around, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Oh yeah.
SgtABC getting one back. All right, are we gonna be calling it a day and just doing a replay for the final one?
Let's go one more. These are quick.
All right, let's keep it going.
Keeping it going. Let's roll. They'll be happy to hear that.
We are going to be moving on to Nightscape. Yep. Well, what's interesting about that one, there was nothing non-standard about it. It was just the intensity they were going at each other with.
It's all Zergs. Well, that much APM, that much clicking, and you don't even get a breather. You don't even get a breather just to catch your breath after that. That was so amazing.
I'm catching mine. All right. Mm-hmm. Let's see, JMPZ, and that leaves NukLeo. Alright, we are ready. Yeah, meanwhile, SCVSir, in-game, it's actually SCVG2G, which is that, line when they finish making SCV, good to go, sir.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant, and it's even to a higher level, the fact that he doesn't play Terran. That chef's kiss. Mwah! All right. In the lower left, we have the purple Zerg. His name is
Greeempire.
And his teammate, the Zerg in the pink. He is
SCVSir.
Good to go, sir.
And they are playing for
SpecialTactics.
All right, here we go. And I can't even tell these colors apart. In the upper right-hand corner, starting off with the light blue Zerg, we have
JMPZ.
Partner. In the red Zerg, we have
NukLeo.
They be playing for
PSIOPGaming.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So, how far do we have things right now? I mean, just a little bit of difference on the spawning pool time. It's not huge, though.
Not huge. Nothing to highlight. Previous game...
I just highlighted it.
Yeah. Previous game, though, NukLeo started off with a quick pull, but it felt like he was behind the entire time. But I will tell you this. In 2v2, I've seen coordinated, I've been a part of this, is where the opposing team will, if they coordinate, they're like, okay, we've got to go after the better skilled player. Because if we allow that person to drone up, get his economy going, it's going to be a tough game. So it could have been a coordinated attack on NukLeo, trying to whittle him down so they can be in control of the entire game.
Yeah. Let me just point out one big difference. Despite things looking the same on the production chart, JMPZ took the gold pocket base, whereas no one on SpecialTactics has yet. And again, early mineral infusion for Zerg can really give them a big lead if they fully take advantage of it.
Yeah, one of the things I've been practicing with my Zerg builds is getting, 66 drone count at 6 minutes, and I've been able to hit 70. And a lot of times it's like, I'm not saying it's totally gasless, but it's pretty, just sitting on one gas and trying to drone up, hatch up. It makes things a lot simpler when your economy is straight.
Yep. Yeah, Zerg tends to be the race that relies the least on gas early on. You usually want that early geyser, but then as soon as you've gotten the ling speed, the tradition is to take 2 lings off of it, and then to wait for quite a bit before you even take one other geyser.
Yeah, you need that. You need those minerals so bad.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. If you're going to do an assimilator gas steal, Zerg probably isn't the one you're going to be able to do that most advantageously against.
Yeah, that won't set him back at all.
Well,
barely.
It'll still be annoying.
It'd just be super annoying.
It's like, dude,
why?
Dude, this is really interesting because Greeempire has taken a third, but his team, okay, SCVSir has just now taken the gold pocket, and it's a pretty safe place from ground. But once the aerial units start to come into play, that is a very popular target. Or even, I believe it's even possible to blink stalkers over there if there is a Protoss nearby. I'll add that caveat. Alright. Yeah, here comes SCVSir with the... and Greeempire with the Ling Bane combo. Supply still staying pretty even overall. But yeah, JMPZ's Speedlings just kind of chasing things off for the moment. But then Greeempire coming from back. These 2v2 maps, it is very... almost all of them have 2 entrances to the natural.
It's a pain in the butt.
Ooh, okay, that was a good defensive one.
I love it.
I do love it. SCVSir maybe continue to send the units just a little bit longer. But, I mean, hey, you got the Banes here. If they can make it over to the workers... Ooh, okay. I mean, not terrible, but not optimal either, I'd say, overall.
Yep.
Oh, and here comes Greeempire, and he has what War Buddies like to call Ling o'clock. He's just sending quite a bit in. But in the meantime, over on the left, we have one of Greeempire's hatcheries under attack by a handful of Lings.
I want to point out the skill set of our players here is it's the Ling, you know, you're waiting for your Roachers to come out, and you have the Ling Bane, you know, the knife fight back and forth, but they're not overcommitting on the Bane defenses. It's like they send in one Bane, they send a couple, but they're not F2ing their defenses all in, and it really shows.
Right. Well, here come the Roaches, courtesy of JMPZ.
They're trucking along.
Yep. And neither of the special tactics have any Roaches out yet.
Ooh, Greeempire thought he was going to bring in a whole host of Lings. Canceled. This cancel culture is so brutal sometimes. Damn.
Yeah, well, he is definitely forcing his opponents to keep the Roaches on their side of the map. And that Greeempire Queen, just seeing if it can finish off that Overlord, but not quite.
And SCVSir is like he's double thinking. He's not fully committed to his push yet. Okay, yeah, he's bringing it back.
Okay, yeah, that Queen over there is gonna be a little bit punished for tiptoeing that far away.
Nothing unlike it.
Yeah. Greeempire takes out 2 of those Banelings before they hatch, but there is one left. Queen... Oh! Not bad. Alright. So now we're getting into that next phase. JMPZ did get Roach Tech well ahead of the opposition, but didn't really have a chance to go on the offensive with it.
Yeah, he was kind of like just kind of chilling. He took that one Queen down, and he's like, I'm just going to wait. I mean, he has the Roach advantage for sure.
2 macro hatcheries coming from SCVSir. Yeah, he needs to make sure he can spend his money fast enough. Here we go.
The bold move, Cotton.
Yep. JMPZ moving up the naturals. Well, the Ling Banes of his teammate NukLeo try to make it over to the mineral line. Not quite. And Greeempire, he's going to have to cancel the space. Just Special Tactics still with a lot of Lings that there aren't really any good targets for right now. Yeah, pendulum swung. The action is on the Special Tactics side of the map. They need to try to get all their units together, position them correctly, and defend. They've at least got the queens and the reinforcements. JMPZ with so many roaches, Greeempire surrenders, and yep, the PSIOPs have taken.
GG's. Holy, that first game was crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
I know we're a little over time. Are we doing a post-game interview?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go. Yeah, well, I mean, I could walk through my thoughts. I honestly thought you guys were gonna cheese game one, so I went pool first. And then I felt like I really never got my economy going. Eventually, you guys just completely outscaled us, just held down that roach key. We just couldn't deal with it anymore. Yeah, I definitely misread the psychology going into game one. That's all I'll say about game one. Game two. Yeah, HyperTurtle.
Game two, you guys were able to hold on and hold on and hold on, and then finally, when JMPZ managed to get that roach army out, you know, we talked a lot on commentary about how so much of ZVZ comes down to when those tech changes are made, and yeah, you were able to really make use of that roach lead at the end.
Yeah. So the funny thing is like I played I started making roaches later on in the game too, but I was expecting this map to be worse for Ling run-bys, but I was actually getting more damage with my Ling run-bys in this map than the prior one. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have just gone for it in both games. I don't know.
GG's, guys. I typed it in ally, so I didn't try to BM leave the first game. So.
It's too late. It's too late. We've already got BM. More GG, more skill.
Yeah, that's what they say.
All right. Well, we will wrap up. So. Yep, PSIOPGaming, you guys will be, moving ahead fully with no losses so far. You're the guys to beat.
Yep.
Yeah.
From 5-1 down last week to in the winners finals or whatever finals, yeah, I did not expect that. It was
a wild
very
ride,
well done.
The expectations keep getting higher.
You got high hopes. High apple pie. The sky hopes. Alrighty. Well, we're going to go about our Saturdays now. Thank you to everyone tuning in.
Have a great day.
See you guys in the grand finals, or see some team in the grand finals.